Well, welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and it's the end of Rumble season. This will be our fourth one. We're going all the way back to 1992. But before we get into that, there's something I'd like to say is you have no authority here, Terry Peters. No authority at all.
I guess I'm leaving this Zoom call then.
well, to be fair, if we were playing the role play, you'd be kicking me, wouldn't you? So...
Yeah, that's true.
He's just kicked him out.
Read them and understand them. Oh, God damn.
To be fair, after this pick, I don't deserve any authority.
Yeah, that is
Respect
true.
my authority.
Terry Peters, how are we doing?
I was all right until I watched this.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah, we'll get into it, but it wasn't great. Was it?
I was all right.
Are we going to dick on a classic show? Is this what we're going to do?
Yes.
One match is classic, innit?
Yeah. Are we going to go all Donny Tourette and dick on the legends?
The thing is, when you look at it, the undercard is shocking.
Yeah,
it's 3 tag matches and 1 singles match.
Nobody needs to see 15 minutes of the Bushwhackers. We just don't need to see it.
Yeah,
slow, I would say.
But this is genuinely one of the worst undercards we've ever watched.
Yeah, I would say
I think this undercard there's one good match for me, one, and it was the shortest one.
Right.
On the undercard, obviously.
On the undercard, right? We'll put a pin in that, Peters. We'll get to that. Joining me as well is Lou Malcolm. Lou, how are we doing?
Oh, very good, thanks, Chris. Being in the Thunderdome again.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
A great time. I don't think I got on TV this time.
Do you feel like you know what you're doing now in the Thunderdome?
I do, but I can't get a front row seat.
I tried to get into the Thunderdome this week and missed registration.
Tell them now. You're doing a group show, so tell them now. So sign up now.
Got to do it now.
2 hours later, it's like, oh, I could get in. Come on. Let's get on it. Wednesday.
Maybe you need to start making noise, Lou. Maybe that's why you're not getting.
I think maybe that is the case.
I would love to just
start there gesticulating.
Yeah, just to be like a fly wall, just seeing you through the window, no noise coming, and you're just throwing your arms in the air.
Yeah, obviously I've got my blind shut, but I do like to think like what the neighbours across the street. They could look in and just see me just getting into my webcam at 2 a.m.
It would be weird. You'd probably be getting a visit from somebody else.
Entering your bank details at the same time.
Yeah. But, no, what a great time. It's the only, because I don't have BT, it's the only legal way of watching SmackDown, and it's just so damn good that I can't stop. So I'm probably going to register next week as well.
Maybe we'll have 2 out of 3.
The good thing is, like, I gesticulate that much that my Apple Watch registered it as exercise last night.
So there we go then.
Are you sure that's what you were doing?
Peters. He brings it. This is why you got no authority, Terry Peters.
Respect my authority.
Sit down. You know, considering this guy spent a Twitch stream talking about his little boy's room.
Okay, this is Wrestling has been cancelled. Christ.
I was giving him room to like defend himself then, but he didn't take
it. He hasn't. He just kept quiet about it.
So anyway, Ross, how are you?
I got my words misconstrued.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I'm okay. I'm tired. Yeah. I've had about 3 hours sleep.
Yeah. Have you had a big birthday recently?
I have. It was at the time of, well, as this goes out, it would have been yesterday.
It would have been, yeah. I know what you were expecting because obviously it's happened recently that a celebrity guest has popped on.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I don't know why I got your hopes up before we started recording, actually. I think the celebrity guest that I booked over a week and a half ago now.
Just forgot.
Kind of realised I was taking a piss at my request.
Outrageous.
So I'm now working on a replacement, but I won't tell you who it is in case they come next week.
So I might get 2. Right.
You might get 2 next week, is all I'm saying.
I'm dread to think what you've put in.
I mean, he's been mentioned on the show a few times, and maybe he's listened to the podcast this far. I'm not talking to those guys.
It's not Dave Meltzer.
It's Dave Meltzer.
I wish it was Dave Meltzer. I don't think he's on cameo, unfortunately. But me and David, we tweet all the time. He always quote tweets me.
Well, exactly. You're friends. I thought it might have been a thing. He's mentioned probably more than anybody else.
Yeah, no, we've mentioned him a few times. But no, I think I may have just kind of took it too far with the request. So.
But if it doesn't turn up, we want to know what the request was.
Yeah, we will see. If it's not here next week, I will just kind of tell you.
You will just tell me the transcript.
So have you just paid this person for them not to do anything then?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get my money back, aye.
I don't know.
Let me just check that it's not come through today, because then it'll.
Imagine if it had.
I mean, I really hope it hasn't. He's just lost like 10 quid or something.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not arrived.
No, you've upset somebody.
I don't even know if the guy even still does it anymore because I'm sure he quit wrestling.
A friend of the show. You're really upset.
I think he had a bit of a Twitter meltdown last year and quit wrestling, I think.
Why, are you giving clues out? I don't know who you're on about.
Is it Joe Ryan?
No, it's not Joey Ryan. No, we mentioned him, Ross, and he's very special to you. But I may have put the reason why he was special to you in the request, and which is probably why he's not replied.
Oh God!
This is by special to me. Is that somebody I think shit?
We'll see what we next week. But yeah, unfortunately, so if that's not hook for next week's episode, I don't know what is.
Stay tuned, guys, because we'll either have it or we'll be able to find out what
two.
Lou's done to upset somebody in the wrestling community.
Genuinely upset them.
The fact that he's paid the money and they've not said anything back.
So they've stolen money from Lou.
Yeah, I'll see what I need to get my money back as well. I'll speak to him. I used a different version of Cameo. I used Celebrity.
I'm trying to think of who I always see shit, and I've got no idea.
No, you might not have said that to us. I'm just saying. There's a reason you like them, which I don't think the guy wants to talk about on video.
Is it Kurt Angle?
Like Ross is my brother. That he's a very special person to me, but I can't pay for fucking Kurt Angle.
About 500. You ever been on the Cameo website, Peters? They're well expensive. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Who's the number one? I think the most expensive person's Snoop Dogg and Undertaker, are they?
Undertaker was $1,000, wasn't he?
No, each. I think they're about $1,000 each.
Oh, I would have paid.
If you get all together to pose them like on my t-shirt.
That would have been good.
Which I was wearing in the Thunderdome yesterday. And no, exactly when Sasha came out, and I was just like, just thrust my chest into the camera.
That's why you didn't get on.
Come on, Kevin Dunn.
Thrusting your chest into the
bit of the
camera.
Pacheco dance, and they didn't put me on.
Making no noise whatsoever. Weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Shall we get into the Royal Rumble then? Or have you got anything else?
If we have to.
Because quite honestly, you two guys need to redeem yourself after this weekend.
I think what we're redeeming ourselves in is that everyone should realise now we've upped our production values.
We have.
The rest of the round.
We finally joined the rest of the world. Stop using Skype. But come on, quickly on Skype. This show's shit, so we probably won't talk that much about it.
Rest of the round or Royal Rumble 92?
Well, make your own decision, but Royal Rumble 92. Skype, right? I've been doing video chats for what, 10, 15 years?
So
how are they so bad?
And this is like the perfect time for them to make as most money as possible. And
they had the lead. They was winning. They was number one until the pandemic, and then everyone's decided we need to use video chat. And Skype should have been like, yes, this is our chance. We've been practicing the formula for God knows how long. No, it's been awful. We've all jumped onto Zoom.
Not to go into boring corporate talk anymore, but I don't think even Microsoft use Skype anymore.
No,
they've
got their own one, haven't they?
But Teams is crap as well.
Skype is Microsoft. Yeah,
it's just like an Xbox. This is why you get a PlayStation.
Can't get an Xbox.
Well, you can't get either, can you?
You can't get a PlayStation.
I'll tell you what, though, I started playing because obviously I had that disaster on 2K20 where it deleted all my data.
Yeah,
I started playing it again the other night. I thought I'll do a Royal Rumble, get in the mood.
How bad was it?
Got to the final 3 and it crashed.
Is that the worst game of all time?
Fuming. I was absolutely fuming.
Apparently,
so I'm moving back to 2K19.
Apparently, they were at the Royal Rumble, Raw and SmackDown, doing some stuff for 2K21.
Yeah, and hopefully they have better voiceovers this year. Because how hard can it be? Like every other, this is 2K develop the NBA games, which are brilliant every year, and the commentary's brilliant, mainly. And then I got Michael Cole like, oh no, what has he done?
To be fair, Michael Cole does sound like he's commentating.
I wonder as well if they'll just while we're on wrestling video game talk. I wonder if when you do the most recent arenas, do you reckon the Thunderdome will be there, or do you reckon they'll just act as if fans are there the entire time?
I imagine they'll act as if fans are there the entire time.
See, I think they might do it as an unlockable.
Yeah,
I do like an unlockable in a what's it called?
I hate unlockables. I always pay the extras to just download every show.
No, I love an unlockable. Unlockables are a lost art of a wrestling game.
Jay Peters loves the grind. Lou just wants it as easy as possible.
The annoying thing is now they have those 2K exclusives on the new game, and even if you pay to unlock everything, you still don't unlock them.
This is a problem with video.
I'm wrestling Zombie Sheamus like 5 times just so I can unlock the empty arena. so I got a realistic WrestleMania.
You have to wrestle zombie Sheamus.
Well, she's don't even go there, right? It's just
micro purchases are one of the worst things to happen to video games.
Horrendous, and so they get, but they're not supposedly getting outlawed.
Good.
I thought it's only if you gamble in it.
Is it loot boxes that again?
Yeah, loot boxes. Yeah,
they're all crap. What's wrong with like the old school paying for a game and playing it?
You have to wait about 40 years for it to install nowadays.
Yeah, it's got worse, hasn't it? On the old Windows 95, it didn't take that long to put this game.
What you need then is Stadia.
No, because I think you can't do a lot of stuff on Stadia.
Stadia's meant to be terrible.
But you have to install things, do you?
No, yeah, you stream it, but apparently it's just horrendous.
Well, they've stopped developing their own games, haven't they? So it can't be right going well. At the moment.
I'm also old school, so I like to have the disc.
Yeah, I like discs.
Even though the discs now are literally nothing, is it? It's literally just a license on a disc, and you just download the whole game.
You have to download the game. I mean, I'm a big fan of. I use Steam a lot, but I like having a disc. I like to see my collection.
I miss getting the maps out.
Yeah. There you go. Finding all looking through the book to see what the controls are.
These companion apps just are the same.
No, not a fan of all that.
Anyway, Royal Rumble 92.
That was gaming around.
Gaming around. It's a new one.
As we discussed on the Royal Rumble 2021, we're having there's loads of sister networks. So if you want to get involved with the Wrestling Around networks growing, we're going to be. Have even less time because we're going to be doing 52 shows a week. Royal Rumble 92, should we do it? This is Terry Peters' pick. We all hate him now.
He loves his 92 pay-per-views.
You've picked two 92 pay-per-views, Peter.
And this is the worst one.
Both been awful.
Do you know what? I am classically going to disagree with you guys. Didn't think it was awful. Thought it was all right.
Do you know why? Because I was going to say it as we go into it, because this reminded me a hell of a lot of WCW 96.
Yeah, it did.
Same people, same camera shots, same everything.
Hulk. He's doing his shit, wasn't he? Let's get into it.
And this pay-per-view is older than Ross as well. And me.
It is. Yeah, there we go.
It's older than two of us.
So that's why you love it with nostalgia, because he was the only one.
Yeah, I remember when I was I was being 14 months when this came out. I'd have been like, yeah, we're watching it.
Yeah, well, you're well old. So.
Only
one of us is, in the 30s.
Yeah. The elder statesman are wrestling around is what they call them.
old and senile. Keeps going on, but not making much sense.
The granddaddy are wrestling around.
But yeah, this is Royal Rumble 1992. So it was on January the 19th at the Knickerbocker Arena.
The what?
Knickerbocker Arena?
Knickerbocker Arena.
It's really hard to say Knickerbocker without saying glory at the end.
Yeah, it is.
It just feels like it's one word.
I hope everyone got a Knickerbocker glory for going to the Knickerbocker Arena to be.
Imagine the absolute injustice if they didn't do it.
A free voucher for a Knickerbocker glory under your seat, and imagine if someone nicked George, you'd be devastated, wouldn't you?
You would 100% nick the person next to you.
It depends. If it was already set up with ice cream, it's like, right, what ice cream have we got? Shit, I've got strawberry. Anyone got a chocolate? They want to swap with me for a strawberry ice cream? And the answer would be no.
You know, I've just realised, guys.
What?
We've been to this arena before. It's now the Times Union Centre. We've not been personally because it's in Albany. I think we were there for New Year's Revolution 2006. There's no bloody menu.
No menu.
Website.
So we'll go with the Knickerbocker glory voucher thing.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
They love their Knickerbockers in New York.
I love it.
In Albany, New York, 17,000 people there.
It must have a different meaning because the New York Knicks were originally the New York Knickerbockers, and I can't imagine they were named after ice creams.
You kind of hope they do. Should we have a look?
It could be though, because there's a baseball team called the New Orleans Baby Cakes, so maybe they are.
Baby cakes, just don't know. Well, there you go. It's songing around now.
Well, this is absolutely. I might collapse this, isn't it? What does Knickerbocker mean? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's pants. Dutch. It traces its origin to Dutch settlers who came to the New World, especially to what is now New York. So obviously it was called New Amsterdam before New York. So I'm guessing that's where Knickerbockers comes from.
Yeah. So it's just pants. They're very lazy with the sports teams, really, aren't they? When you think about it, like the Chicago White Sox,
the Red Sox.
What we wearing?
Yeah.
Chicago,
you need a nickname. Our socks are white. Yeah, that's it. Then.
Peters is right. They were even the first ones. Boston came first, and they didn't do that.
I don't know, but
that's one of the two. Yeah. A lot of socks. Halifax blue socks.
A sock off.
Anyone remembers that year that Halifax were called Halifax blue socks?
Yeah, they're not anymore, are they? Well, I don't know, probably got some other ridiculous name though. Because that's rugby league, but we're not doing rugby league around that yet. It'd be me on my own, anyhow.
I was going to say, if that happened, I ain't doing that.
It'd be me just reading the results of it.
And this week, the M62 lost to the M62 corridor.
I'd chime in every now and again, Russ.
Just getting upset because Rover's like, yeah, you've been to a few games.
I've been to a few games.
Into one.
You've been to one game, please.
Yeah, OFC versus Halifax.
But it links into the Blue Sox.
Exactly.
There you go. We should take him to a game as a Wrestling Around YouTube exclusive when we're back to normal.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
He's an OFC fan, though, isn't he?
No.
Willie West.
That's Newcastle.
No.
Yeah, he's a Newcastle fan. Let's not ever forget that.
Get a friend. Get a friend. Oh, yeah, so Hull FC, that's what you said.
Yeah,
what I am is, I'm a fan of the one who I'm trying to wind up. So if someone is an East Hull fan, a West OKR fan, I'm an Hull FC fan. Someone's an OFC fan, I'm an OKR fan. I just try to find somebody up.
I appreciate your hustle. It's like my second favourite football team, just whoever Liverpool's playing.
There you go. Right.
Right, should we do Royal Rumble? We might as well go on with
Yeah,
it.
we don't know what we're eating now, so what's the point, really?
Do you know what I did enjoy about this? It was the opening video package. We've praised WWE, WWF a lot for the great opening video packages. This was hands down my favourite of all time. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it was just all 30 wrestlers who were in the Royal Rumble, narrated by Vince McMahon, but it sounded like somebody doing a Vince McMahon parody. It was so Vince McMahon, it was unbelievable.
It sounded like, when they do the Legends Nights or whatever, and you think it's like they're doing like a parody. It sounded like one of them, didn't it? You'd think it was like a nostalgic show up.
Did you think that the graphics looked like, a video game when the two characters come from left to right, the picture and they go like, dun, like that, and then our faces come up? I actually thought the graphics were pretty cool in this. The pictures of the actual wrestlers and that. I
was hoping Vince would be on commentary. Obviously, he must be doing it later.
I really enjoyed the commentary team on this. That was one of the particular highlights.
Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain. Well, anything Bobby the Brain does, I'm a big fan of.
I was looking at the Wrestling Observer newsletter end of year awards the other day, and poor Gorilla Monsoon has won Worst Commentator of the Year like 6 times. He's won it more than Michael Cole.
Why?
I don't know. It's very sad. And
How was that a thing with Matt Striker? Has been more than 6 years.
Well, I don't think Gorilla Monsoon and Matt Striker would do it at the same time, but yeah. No, Matt Striker's never won it, I don't think.
Well, no, but how can Gorilla Monsoon have... Matt Striker's should be the most, shouldn't he? Because he's terrible. Apart from on Lucha Underground, but on WWE, it was terrible. Josh Matthews is also a thing. He got a nosebleed on his big break.
I think Josh Matthews has won it. Let's have a look.
Vic Joseph, he's a commentator. He needs to be.
Come on, Ross. Leave poor Vic alone.
Vic's an absolute cartoon, Vic. He sounds like a computer game.
I really enjoyed these two as a commentary team, though.
I did.
Because Brain would say something. I just the way Gorilla Monsoon would go, "Will you stop?"
He won it this year. 92. Not this year, as in 2021. He's dead.
He's dead, didn't he? Bless him.
But he won it consistently from 91 all the way through 95.
There's an agenda there, because he's not. He's just not. Unless there's only 2.
Tony Schiavone won it twice in 99 and 2000.
To be fair, Tony Schiavone checked out by that point.
No. Just don't give a shit.
Do you know who's won it the second most after Gorilla Monsoon?
JR?
No.
The coach.
Friend of the show, the coach.
See, it's a Swizz. How was the coach with it? Second, how are them to the top? And Matt Striker has been in the business for more than 7 years.
Corey Graves won it last year, 2019. 2020 is now. I'm gonna defend Corey Graves here. I think he was overexposed for a while. He was really good in NXT, and then all of a sudden he was everywhere, and it just gets annoying. But it's the same because you listen to too much of him. Michael Cole won it 4 years in a row between 2009 and 2012. So it's like,
was that his heel run? Was that during his heel run?
Possibly.
Don
West.
I've just looked at the star ratings for this show as well, by the way. And, oh my god,
not good.
There's 2 matches that are decent, but.
Oh, and also, while we're writing about the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards and Meltzer and just his ratings in general, fuck Dave Meltzer. Do you know why?
Why?
There's an award for worst pay-per-view of the year. 1996, WCW Uncensored. Are you kidding me? I like the Kintaro Doom.
It was probably that really boring street fight that lasted about 25 minutes and nothing happened.
That was it. And just Brutus the fucking Bar Beefcake just couldn't save it with his pants.
There was about Loch Ness against Big Show, the Giant.
Oh,
that was awful. Wasn't
don't
it?
even get Meltzer on British wrestling. He hates it, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, it's because it's not Japanese.
Don't tell him that you think Big Daddy's like a big wrestler. He won't have it with us. But I was fuming. Didn't win it. 1992, it didn't win it. It was Halloween Havoc, so it wasn't this show.
Yeah, well, there's one match that saves us. We'll get into the first match then. So it's the Orient Express against the New Foundation. The Orient Express is Pat Tanaka and Kato with Mr. Fuji. The New Foundation is split out from the Hart Foundation. So it's Jimmy Neville Neidhart and Rocket Owen Hart in parachute pants. Let's play a game.
Hart is wearing his same attire here as what he did with Coco Beware later in the
And that's your favourite match of all time.
It is, you're right.
Should we play a game then? What nationality is Kato?
Australian.
No.
American.
He's European.
British?
It's a bit of a trick on this because when he was born, this country didn't exist.
Yugoslavian.
Yes, he's Croatian, born in Zagreb.
Yeah.
And he's in the Orient Express. Is he?
Who did Kato become?
Dabakator on Raw Underground.
Yes, no.
He just beefed up for like 30 years.
I'll give you a clue. It was supposed to be Conan, but he left the WWF.
Max Moon.
Max Moon.
Is he Max Moon?
Kato became Max Moon, yeah.
Jesus.
Can't believe Conan never went for that. You thought, oh yeah, no, WCW got this great gimmick where I just call everyone fruit. That's
Right, you say that Conan never went for that. I'm pretty sure he was something similar in WCW. The first one we watched, and it was probably since '96. It was very similar.
He won a Millionaire Space Cowboy, though, was he?
No, but he was wearing some sort of weird head dress thing, some sort of weird hat.
It's easy Farouk.
Yeah, the old school buster.
Farouk Assad.
Yeah, so Kato and Pat Tanaka were a tag team on the Indies. Well, not the Indies, the territories as it was then.
Yeah.
Pat Tanaka, there was two original Japanese wrestlers in Orient Express. One of them went into the office, so he needed a tag team partner, and that's why they put a hood on Kato.
Yeah, and Tanaka obviously did his great stuff at ECW One Night Stand, didn't he? A few years after this.
For God's sake.
You're the worst.
You're
the absolute worst.
I mean, Lou is the worst.
How weird was seeing Jim Duggan in genie pants?
Jim Duggan?
Not Jim Duggan, Jim
What
Neidhart.
the fuck was Jim Duggan? I think I was going to say. Missed that one.
I mean, his match was boring. I don't pay that much attention, but Jim Duggan definitely wasn't.
Jim Neidhart in genie pants.
You might have just randomly walked out. We've seen it before from Jim Duggan.
He does what he wants, Sonny Hodge.
The attire was terrible. The match was terrible. He went 17 minutes. I did enjoy. I can understand why everyone loves Owen Hart.
Yes, I was going to say that. And all his Peter Dunne stuff.
He was the absolute
he seems very
saving
ahead
grace.
of his time, doesn't he? Owen Hart, to be fair to him. I don't mind Jim Neidhart either, because obviously he provided the muscle, didn't he? And I didn't realise he was the actual talker for the Hart Foundation, wasn't he? Because Brett didn't really talk at this point. It was Jim Neidhart that did all the commentary, the promos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this match was...
one team was a lot stronger and a lot better than the other one.
Yeah, well, you said classic combination of power and athleticism. It was a very classic match, wasn't it? Where the babyface gets beat down by the heels, the big guy comes in, then they win.
I was going to say, you didn't see a lot of Jim. I almost called him Jim Duggan again. Jesus Christ. Jim Neidhart, did you, to be fair? Because like you say, he wasn't really in the match all that much, apart from the end.
In the end, when he just took everyone out, and they won. The New Foundation won after the rocket launcher. Just basically...
The cane Mr. Fuji's cane snapping was quite an interesting noise.
I thought it looked brutal. It was weird, wasn't it? But it looked like that. The replay looked like it went straight like into the Owen Hart somehow. Yeah. It was just his full body wrapped around it.
And then he went like Owen Hart went torso first, didn't he, into the corner post as well, which looked pretty brutal. He hit that with some.
Lou, defend it.
It's alright when it's old school, isn't it?
It's not the worst match. This is probably the best match on the undercard.
It went on for a while, but that was of the time, wasn't it? That was when we watched was it RoboCop, Capital Combat '99.
Yeah,
same deal there. When the matches went on for a while longer.
Too long.
It's just what they did back in the day. That's why later on we get a 15-minute Bushwhackers match.
The thing is, when you look at it, this is the first of 3 tag matches. This goes on, 17, 18?
17 minutes or so.
Yeah, 17 minutes 20. And it's like, in the context of the other undercard matches, this is incredible. But actually, on the face of it, it's all right.
No, I just enjoyed
Owen
Hart.
I wouldn't go out my way to watch it again.
Oh God, no.
Watching young Owen Hart was quite interesting, I thought, to be fair.
Yeah, Owen Hart was.
I think he was
impressive.
a standout star, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was almost like you could tell that some of the stuff that Pete Dunne does these days with the joint manipulation. Like it's pretty much like beat for beat what Owen Hart was doing. Like,
I've got one thing to pick up with Owen Hart though. Mr. Fuji hits him in the face. Owen Hart can clearly see that's coming because Mr. Fuji's like clenching his fist for a good 5 years before he hits him in the face or hits him in the neck. How do you not see that coming?
Yeah, Fuji's trickster, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you think he's going to punch you in the face, he might get you somewhere else. So you've got to protect elsewhere. And then he punches you in the face, and ultimate tricks.
Then he gets with assault.
Yeah.
True. So yeah, we've got to be.
Big Davey gave this 3 1/4.
I'd say that's a bit high.
I was
because
thinking,
it was at 2.5. It was all right.
I was thinking, I don't even know if he gave him star ratings at this time or what his thoughts on rest because I assume they've changed.
Oh, he did. He gave them star ratings, all right.
In the last 19 years, I don't know what his thoughts on wrestling are. I assume WE were at the time his new AEW or New Japan. So I thought this was probably about right that he's given this 3 1/4.
So
Owen Hart's the exciting part in this, and I think that's probably something that he's latched onto.
Yeah, he tends to tweet now these days that basically, in Dave Meltzer's opinion, wrestling now is the best it's ever been.
To be fair, the rest of his star ratings do reflect that.
Yeah, but I think he's kind of also goes on like you need to judge the fights by the time as well. So it was.
I think at the time,
this was
an exciting match because, like you say, Owen Hart, you don't see anything like that at this time. It was the Jim Neidharts, wasn't it? A big beefy guy that's just huge. And
it's hard to judge by because I mean Bret Hart hadn't won the title at this point. He wins it later in the year, didn't he? But yeah, it's hard to judge by modern standards basically.
Whereas now everyone wants to be an Owen Hart, they want to be a Peter Dunne, they want to be a Tyler Bate. That's the style of wrestling that we're at the moment. Everyone wants to be the technical high flyer, don't they? Really, rather than the powerhouse. The days of the powerhouse at the moment are dead.
Not true. Big Ridge. So let's not forget Ridge Holland. You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm saying? I think more people now want to watch technical wrestling than they do powerhouse wrestling. In my opinion, I enjoy powerhouse wrestling more than I probably do technical wrestling. But
I don't know.
Yeah, you want to see 2 big meat of guys slapping meat, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't always enjoy seeing an AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania 34.
When you want Biggie versus Goldberg.
Yeah.
2 big Mr. Men slapping meat.
I did enjoy Lesnar Goldberg at WrestleMania, the second one.
Yeah.
Because that was just 2 big lads
slapping meat.
I know obviously I wasn't here for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view and I've not listened to it.
Wow.
But Goldberg and Drew was exactly the same thing. 2 big lads just going at it, and it's what you wanted.
That's what we said. Yeah. No, I enjoyed it, but it just mix of both, innit? It's nice to have a mix of both, but I thought I would really get bored of like just technical wrestlers all the way through, but then we went to a New Japan show like 2019.
We definitely didn't go in 99.
2019 when we could actually go and like watch wrestling, and that was mad.
I think when you're watching it live though, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Because you buy into it a bit more.
Just loved it the whole night. Yeah,
you do buy into it a bit more when you are there. I think,
even though like every match was quite similar, and they were all like tag matches, right? Like of this length, most of the card. I bloody loved every second of it.
It is different being at a wrestling event to actually watch.
I think a lot of time, if you watch on TV, the stakes are more important. I think so. It's like Nakamura and Zayn for us. It was like, oh my god, it's the best match ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we were in the crowd. I mean, it still holds up on TV for me.
But
there's no stakes. So like when you're watching it at home, it was like, okay, these 2 are fighting. All right.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, would you be like this tag match? Maybe if this tag match had the titles on the line and one team had never won it before.
Yeah.
It just kind of raises that drama, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're also in a bubble. We don't watch before and after, do we? So we don't know the story.
No, I don't know if you could because it wasn't even Raw at this point.
I was going to say
Wrestling Challenge or something like that.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know what the storylines were. They don't really allude to them at this point, anyway, do they? But
Lord Alfred Hayes does later on.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
I really like Lord Alfred Hayes.
We'll move on to him now then. Lord Alfred, he's the next thing.
Here he is.
Lord Alfred Hayes. He narrates and shows a video of the Mountie beating Bret Hart and then attacking Roddy Piper with a belt.
It's like a 10-minute long documentary from Lord Alfred Hayes. Like, yes, you can see he's hit him with the belt. And then, so he shook hands. It looked like everything was going to be okay. No, what's this?
Oh,
I don't know.
I've never come across Lord. I've obviously know of him, but I've never seen anything. I actually quite enjoyed him.
This is my first interaction with Lord Alfred Hayes.
So I've obviously I've watched the WrestleManias all the WrestleManias in the past, so he's kind of come across. But do you remember when we were in Blackpool and we got talking to that guy?
Yeah, the guy was
And
obsessed
he
with Lord Alfred Hayes.
to Wrestle Me Pod, and he had the Lord Alfred Hayes shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so I've listened to Wrestle Me since then, and yeah, he just basically comes on. They love him because he's just so bad at his job. Like he always forgets his lines, and he has no emotion in what he's saying.
How small does he look?
He's always there, and he's on like the first 7 WrestleManias or something. I think this is like right at the end of his career now.
He left in '95 due to he kept getting his contract like decreased or something.
Yeah,
like,
because I think basically he was one of the employees that when Vince bought the company from his dad was like, look after this guy. I think it was him and the Fink, and some other people say he always kind of kept him around.
I don't mind. I don't mind Lord Alfred Hayes. To be fair, he offers. The thing is,
he was rubbish.
he was, but in a good way. That's why I think I'm a Lord Alfred Hayes guy.
Well, there you go.
When you look at it, though, again, he's British, which is unheard of really at this time. I know that you've obviously got Bulldog, but especially backstage, it's not something you would usually come across. Is it?
Just a British wrestling legend. Lord Alfred Hayes.
British, oh my god! But yeah, after about an hour, he shows the video about he beating Bret Hart.
At house show.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But they did it a lot. They did have a weekly TV show that they.
I mean, Bret wins the title at house show later, didn't he?
Yeah,
true. It was more common
then.
And the Mountain's just a shit boss man, isn't he?
It was Canadian boss man, I think.
Exactly, shit boss man.
Yeah, I found it mad to see like the Mountain not wearing a hat.
We can't wrestle with hat, can we?
Yeah, I know, but I just never thought of it.
Well, his little
It looks like a normal bloke.
It's funny, the little Hasbro figures back in the day used to have all the hats on. We had a Mountie and he used to have a hat on.
Yeah.
And Undertaker had his on as well.
As far as it's not the Mountie, is he? He's just a guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Mountie, he's with Jimmy Hart, getting interviewed by a friend of the show, Sean Mooney.
Sean Mooney.
First time we see Jimmy Hart tonight and not the last.
Well,
last time we see Sean Mooney.
After back in the day, did he only have like one manager? Because like,
I think they had him and Mr. Fuji. And
we watched shows where Teddy Long's on every.
So they had sort of Brain was a bit of a crossover, I think.
Yeah.
They had Sherry because we see her, don't we? Fuji and Jimmy. And I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah, but they used to have like factions, so it was like everyone kind of almost needed a manager, and it was like
Well,
the two heels. No, they had 3. No, all 4 of them people are heels actually, aren't they? Because Sherry turned into a heel. Brain was obviously a heel. Jimmy Mouth was, well, depending.
Jimmy
on
Mouth.
Jimmy Mouth.
Jimmy Mouth.
Jimmy Mouth.
Is he not Jimmy Mouth?
No.
Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart. Jimmy Mouth.
He is now. It's Jimmy Mouth, right?
Jimmy Mouth was depending whatever way Hogan felt that day, which was usually a knob, like we'll see later on.
He's doing it for the right reasons, guys.
Oh God,
he is, isn't he? And then Mr. Fuji was a heel, wasn't
he? I'm glad you brought that up, Lou, about all the wrestlers needing managers. Because the next interview, Roddy Piper, with me and Gene, is this is every.
Just before we move on to Roddy Piper,
yeah.
Can we just say what a disgrace Bret the Hitman Hart is for a second?
Why?
Has a high temperature, still wrestles.
Yeah, that's not good.
Spreading diseases. What's he doing?
Yeah, come on. It's not
the Mountie's health was put in serious danger there, and now he's got to come and wrestle.
Yeah,
he's got to go and wrestle after his life has been put in danger. He's got to wrestle.
Somebody else's life in danger. Do better, WWF.
Yeah, come on.
Do better.
Bret Hart, we're not responsible. Wear a mask.
Yeah, wear a mask, sanitized. Keep your distance, guys. But yeah, Roddy Piper is interviewed by me and Gene, and everyone slags off the current product for being scripted. Watch any show from the early 90s or 80s, and it's why it's scripted. Because every promo ever by any guy is unintelligible nonsense. Just shouting it. That is it.
I enjoyed this.
Oh, it was crap. He's supposed to be a legend. This was crap. This was crap. Sid Vicious or Sid Justice did a crap one. That was later on in the show, but when they had about 10 people doing promos, they're all just them shouting. It's all crap. It's
I'm pretty sure
it
was the entire field of the Royal Rumble was doing promos at that point when we get to it. Yeah, it was. I realised.
Oh, those Royal Rumble promos are the worst.
I don't think how do I say this without upsetting everyone? I don't think I like Roddy Piper.
I don't like Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
I don't think he's. I don't understand the big hype.
Said it now. Hey, I think he was good in the ring, but his promos were not very good.
His promos are great. All these people from this age where they're so good at promos, they're all rubbish. Literally all just shout crap.
Except for one later on who doesn't shout when you expect him to shout. But we'll get to that in a Coliseum video exclusive with Laura Alvarez.
We also saw Roddy Piper's Scottish accent break a few times. Did he started speaking in a bit of a Scottish accent, didn't he?
Is he actually Scottish?
No, he's from Canada.
I'd never been to Scotland.
This is the thing that Americans do in it, where they're like, "Yeah, I'm Scottish," but because they're like, I don't know, 10 times back ancestors.
Well, Hulk Hogan was originally meant to be Irish, but he refused to dye his hair ginger. But that's where he got the name Hulk Hogan.
To die, as he likes
that's where Hogan comes from.
As a man that's very similar, who else hasn't got much hair to die?
That's where he got his Hulk Hogan now. Because no, but like British and Irish and Scottish kind of names like that were popular. I just watched the Greatest Showman for the first time this week.
Thoughts?
It's a great film, isn't it? I watched it
twice. It's the best musical of all time.
I watched it Sunday and I watched it again last night.
He's so good. He's so good. You laughed.
Incredible.
I watched this on the plane to New Orleans with you, and you laughed at me.
Well, to be fair, they had the full new series of Kevin Fuse and what was I going to watch?
Because I saw that immediately. That was the first thing I put on. I nearly watched it twice on the same plane.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Anyway, they changed one of their names to Irish. P.T. Barnum and Vincent Mann, very similar, but that's a whole podcast in itself.
That's an idea, isn't
it? I went to watch Great Showman on my own at the cinema.
Excellent. Did you get the sing-along version? Because I wish I'd got
No. I know someone that did go along to the sing-along version. And apparently they were the only person singing along. And actually, come on, everybody, get singing in the middle of the cinema.
He's the greatest showman. I wonder why.
That should be in the number 2. Yeah. If you like the Greatest Showman, Lou, listen to the original soundtrack. You know that is incredible. But there is also other bands or famous musicians covering the soundtrack.
Yes. I can't remember what it's called. Reimagined, whatever it's
called. Reimagined, and the what kind of song is it? The Blinded by the Light song. Is it now?
The Weekend.
No. What's the Streets?
Streets.
Mike Skinner on there.
That would be great. Oh my god, Mike Skinner was P.T. Barnum.
Very different film.
From Now On, that's the one. From Now On, near the end. There is a country version of that which I think is better than the original.
I'll give that a listen. That'll be I'll do my research for next week's show.
So I'm a big country fan, but I think that song is incredible.
Yeah, we at some point we need to do a psychoanalysis of P.T. Barnum and Vincent Mann because Vince is a modern day P.T. Barnum thrown out there right now.
When's Vince's birthday?
He didn't have a birthday. I was just looking at an age. It's just immortal.
I mean, that's
August,
true.
24th of August.
In August, we're going to work out Vince McMahon.
Right, we're gonna work him out.
Yeah, we're going to do a show on Vince McMahon. There's going to be we're not watching any matches. We're just going to speak for 2 hours and try and get inside McMahon's head. And we'll compare him to famous figures and whatnot, P.T. Barnum and the like. That's it. That's happening. So.
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan. Fucking Tony Khan.
All right, let's go.
Hated in the football world, hated in the wrestling world.
Booker of the Year. Wrestling Observer newsletter. Come on.
Is that legit?
No, but he's going to win it, obviously, isn't he?
Well, after that whole wedding, I didn't even see the wedding angle. I just know it was shit.
He's going to win it. Just accept it. Whoever's booking SmackDown needs to win it. SmackDown is just amazing at the moment, but yeah. Anyway, sorry to bring up AEW again. I'm always like, I don't hate AEW. I just like it off for no reason every show.
Yeah, well,
you can fly off the mountain now, can't you?
Yeah, we'll go on to the next match. We've got the Mountie, who was the Intercontinental champion, against Roddy Piper. This is for the title. It goes 5 minutes. It's pretty much a squash match from Piper. He wins after a sleeper. It's his first title in the WWF.
I was happy about it.
He held it till Mania as well.
How many titles did Roddy Piper win in the WWF?
1.
No, because he had the tag belts as well with Ric Flair.
Did he?
I was there at that Raw when they lost them to Rated RKO.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, 2 titles he had. 2 titles.
Was that it? Was that the only 2?
Yeah, the only
2
2.
events. Wow.
He's also been involved in I think it was wrestling up. Somebody's maybe wrestling up just like worst wet match of the year twice against Mr. T and Hulk Hogan.
Brilliant.
You can't have held it to WrestleMania. How did they hold it? Oh yeah, WrestleMania was in May want it. Forget me.
You
Ignore
know
me.
the
Talking
shock
nonsense.
stick at the end of this match? The Mountie had like a
Yes.
shock stick.
The taser thing.
How
Yeah.
awful did the noise from that sound?
They've never been able to get it right in wrestling, have they?
No.
All the WCW ones where it just sounded ridiculous. Like,
But, do you know what's annoying?
It sounded stupid.
I've said this before. I've said this on the Goldberg one. If you get tased, that's not what happens. You go stiff.
yeah, but that just doesn't look as good, does it, Russ?
Well, no, but we're being realistic here.
You've got to suspend your disbelief.
There's only so much I can suspend.
Well, that's got to be one of them, surely.
Well, no.
That's like a minor thing in the grand scheme of things. Russ. I reckon you can.
Not a fan of it. Not a fan of
Things
it.
just act in different ways. It's the WWE universe. It's just
Yeah, that is true. This match I thought was crap as well. It was 5 minutes. It was just boring. Like, in no point of this match did I ever think the Mountie was going to win.
you can tell that Ross has had 3 hours sleep today, can't you? It's
Yeah, that's grouchy.
so
Well,
so
we're
solid.
used to know that Big Dave agrees with it, gives it 1 3/4.
Yeah.
It was just is what it is, isn't it? It was just like literally talk about absolutely burying the Mountie. How much better Piper is than him.
So was Brett
was
actually ill then?
basically-
How did he? Why did they not do Brett versus Piper? Is that how it ended?
I think it was probably to get the mounts to Bret Hart
Yeah.
don't get hurt, basically.
They probably just wanted to put the title on. They do this all the time. Don't they? Just
But
in
they
this
want
era.
transitional
Well, let's
champ.
put it on a face to a face. They just used to have a guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Does he? Hang on. Does he? He loses it to Brett at WrestleMania, doesn't he?
Yes, he lost it to who then held it for 146 days. Who then lost it to Bulldog at
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam 92.
Yeah. Excellent.
So,
I remember it well.
What was our thoughts on this match then?
It's all right.
and then the reign after that is on my birthday, the day I was born. Shawn Michaels wins it Saturday night's main event. Sorry, it was alright, wasn't it? Just whatever, 5 minutes.
I've forgotten to write down like which match I'm talking about in my notes.
I did notice.
I think it's this way. Does Jimmy Hart go over the top rope, but then doesn't go over the top rope? That's this match. Or is that the next match?
No, he's not in the next match, is he?
He kind of
this one.
gets thrown out, but then he looks like he's going to go over the top rope, and he just somehow just doesn't have the momentum to go over the top rope.
What I did notice,
He just slides underneath and walks out.
what I did notice as well, that Roddy Piper sold a title, like a belt hit in that house show when he wins it after the Mountie wins it. So there you go.
It just like we're gonna, slag off Hogan later on, but just a dick. Yeah, but Piper in this way, so he's against the Mountie. He beats him fair and square.
Yep.
Yeah, takes his title off him. No issues there. He's the better man. Oh, just fucking tears him for good measure as well.
Yeah, the babyfaces do a lot of this, don't they? Back in the day. It's
Yeah.
strange. You know when everyone's like, "Oh, these days, like, there's just too many shades of grey." And, like, the babyfaces in like the early '90s were just assholes.
They're just dicks. All of them just dicks.
Complete dicks. Like, just. I mean, it's later on. It happens in like nearly every match.
Yeah.
The babyfaces just do something dickish at the end. Like, there's just no need.
Friend of the show, not friend of the show.
He is friend of the show.
Is he? I think he's dead. Peter.
He died in 2005, but he's now a friend of the Lord
I
Alfred.
thought he died earlier than that. I'd have him pegged at night.
He died
What?
of gangrene.
Did he?
Yeah, he contracted
Wow.
gangrene.
Did he move back to the UK or did I make that
No,
up?
he died in Texas. I was looking at him
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, 2005, Texas.
Yeah, but his son, Michael P.S., living on the legacy.
I think that's where he got his name from.
So that's, yeah.
I would love to see them too.
That's it, them too.
Lord Alfred Hayes goes into Hulk Hogan's dressing room to try and get an interview with him. He's successful.
It's a Coliseum home video exclusive.
Is that what it is? Is it? It was on the network.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying, though, isn't it? It's a Coliseum home video exclusive. 'Cause it's what they used to be on, wasn't it? VHS, the old Coliseum video.
It was strange. Hogan's just a weird dude, isn't he?
He was speaking in his normal voice in this one, wasn't he? He wasn't like, "Oh, let me tell you something, brother." He was just like, "Yeah, my name is Terry, and I'm here to."
I put a fish on my head.
Do you know what I did enjoy from Hogan? And I can't remember the exact words he used, but when Lord Alfred Hayes asked him a question, Hogan used the classic thing where you say the question back to him in the answer.
It's like, I did some promotional videos at work, and we always get told to do that. They ask us a question,
Yeah.
but then you've got to kind of like, what do I do on a day-to-day basis? And then You just got to say it back, and then you just cut the interview out normally.
Well, so like, obviously, this was saying then, have you got can you spare a minute to talk about the Royal Rumble? Because I've got a minute to talk about the Royal Rumble.
I've literally not wrote anything down for this. So I couldn't even tell you what was in
it. wasn't on for very long.
I've wrote. This is why I've written the most notes.
Go on then. You take
it was just Hogan speaking on a normal tone. The only other time I've heard his voice like that in a wrestling context is on the wrestling boot band where he's rapping. Not rapping, like he's singing his ballad about when the Hulkster goes to heaven, 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 heaven.
I remember you got that and you wouldn't listen to anything else for about 5 weeks.
Anyway, so I had to pay to get that shipped across to America, right? And this is one of the days of Amazon Prime and that, right? It's just like real shipping and handling fees.
I remember coming in from school every day. You was blasting that.
Well, it's on Aaron's radio show, isn't it, for a long time?
It's also on one of the episodes of Malcolm in the Middle.
Hulkster in heaven?
No, Hulkster in the house.
Hulkster's in the house.
Bret Hart's on Malcolm in the Middle.
Check him out.
Check that one.
He's in the opening titles.
Yeah, Reese is the bully of the school, and he gives up his bullying ways, but because there's no one guy keeping in check everything, the school tends to chaos. So they all beg him to become a bully again.
I remember that episode, actually.
And he comes back, and while he's going around and putting people in headlocks and nuggets and stuff, that Hulkster's in. I think it's Hulkster's in the house, or Hulkster's back, or something like that. That's playing.
I think they're both songs on the album, actually. But yeah, no, it's we had many house parties when we were 16, 17 with that CD got played more than it should.
Worth it.
But as you're both witnessing, as you're witnesses to this conversation, if I die for whatever reason before you two, probably will of old age, I want Hulkster in heaven playing at my funeral. I'm dead serious about that.
I don't believe that you're anything other than dead serious.
That is the most you thing ever.
Yeah. No, they're like, oh, he likes the Arctic Monkeys. We'll play an Arctic Monkey song. No, I want Hulkster in fucking heaven.
You probably listen to Hulkster in heaven more than you have Arctic Monkeys. We'll move on into another interview. This time we've got Mean Gene, whose mustache isn't crooked on this one. So Randy Savage can, pipe down. He's interviewing the Bushwhackers and Jameson. Well, Jameson doesn't have a Wikipedia account.
Oh my God, Jameson is an idiot.
He was an actor. They employed an actor, didn't they? To be this guy.
He needs a better day job.
Yeah.
He's
not a fan.
He's unbearable.
It was a big Vince pet project, apparently, Jameson.
I can imagine Vince just be like, ha ha, look at this idiot. Ha ha, let him in his tie. Ha 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 ha. Fucking.
Why was he with the Bushwhackers? This is what I don't get about old school managers. Why was he with the Bushwhackers?
Well, they're not the.
I think the idea was that, he was an idiot. He was like shit at his job.
Right.
And they were idiots and shit at the job, so he just hired them, basically, I think, you see.
Right.
Well, he was basically a geek, wasn't he? And probably a bit thick, and the genius was Randy Savage Jr. or Senior, whichever. I don't know which brother he was, if he was the older or the younger. And it was frankly unbearable. This whole charade was unbearable. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in a professional wrestling ring.
Jeez, put the fish head on.
No. And the Beverly Brothers?
Yeah.
The one with the tash is 10 years younger or 9 years younger than the one without the tash.
Is that Bert or Blake?
The shit one. I don't know.
I mean, again, the Bushwhackers promo is I said earlier, every promo just nonsensical shouting.
The Bushwhackers are just insufferable.
I will say
why do they walk around like that?
To defend them,
the Bushwhackers, whacking bushes. That
right.
To defend the Bushwhackers, just like their gimmick is like to be nonsensical. So
I know, but once you've seen 10 nonsensical promos already,
whatever else is to do.
It's not
really. They want to come back to are they? Like they've been interviewed by loads of people recently.
I didn't realize
not like 80s, 70s, 80s.
The 174, 176.
We saw him get inducted to the Hall of Fame, didn't we?
They did get inducted. I think it was the year before we went.
I didn't realise until the other day that they were from New Zealand.
That's where the thing comes from, isn't it?
Yeah, there were a feared tag team called the Sheepheaders before.
But I just assumed they were wrestlers, and because everyone had a job, didn't they, in this phase?
Yeah.
So I just assumed that their job was to be weird.
It was allegedly told to always act like the Bushwhackers, so they went to like a function at a hotel and they just started throwing food at people and smashing stuff up.
You gotta live kayfabe back in those days.
Yeah, but the one I love is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Whenever he was out in public, he had to pay for everything, and he would just build into it. He could never be seen to not have money on him. Really, $1 million. I mean, $1 million now. Like, I don't know. You get some Ned who's 19 from out of college who got $1 million. I mean, I haven't got $1 million. Wish I had.
All it takes is to start like a mildly successful wrestling podcast in it, and then you're a millionaire.
Millionaire, but you have to. The issue is I've got to split it 3 ways.
Yeah. It's the only reason we're not millionaires ourselves.
Yeah,
so it's why Peters is moving into his big mansion house in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, well, he's a YouTube celebrity these days, isn't he? So
Terry Towers.
Terry Towers.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Peter's Pantry. Please have a Peter's Pantry. Please.
Peter's Palace.
Do you have a pantry in your house?
We've got a utility room.
Can you make that pantry?
Yeah. Put food in it. Same thing in it. Technically, a fridge is a pantry, isn't it? It's just a cold pantry.
Yeah. What a weird word, pantry, isn't it? Say it, you say it, unless it sounds like a word.
Pantry.
It's just a big cupboard, right? Pantry?
Yeah.
Pantry. Pantry's the food cupboard, isn't it? Pantry.
Yeah, it's just.
I remember our grandma had a food cupboard, but I've never seen one since.
That was a pantry. That was the only pantry I think of.
Was that a ladder? Was that a ladder?
No, but like I say, a fridge is essentially just a cold food cupboard. Just an electrical food cupboard, so a fridge is a pantry.
I'm going to have to find out.
That's a very philosophical point that Peters has referred to.
It's right, though, isn't it?
You know.
Pantry.
Am I right or am I right?
And I think the real lesson we've learned here is that it's life, not just a food cupboard.
So a pantry is a room where beverages, food, and sometimes dishes, household cleaning chemicals, linens, or provisions are stored.
So it's a cupboard then.
So
what everyone else gets, what everyone else in the kitchen.
There's a room. It has to be a room.
What's a ladder? Is that a big cupboard? Is that a big cupboard?
Ladder.
What's a room?
A ladder is a cool area for storing food prior to use. So a ladder's a big fridge. So when Gordon Ramsay goes, and all these things, he's disgusting. He's just picking up raw chicken and going, "This is disgusting." Don't pick it up. Then. You don't have. I've never got about Gordon Ramsay. Right? You're going around all these. I could walk in there and say, "This is rank." I don't have to pick it up and look at it.
Yeah.
I bet the Bushwhackers would lick some of that rank chicken that Gordon Ramsay finds.
It's raw. Yeah.
Raw games.
Have you seen? We've got completely off topic, but this was crap. Have you seen the Jurassic Park trailer? But every time the dinosaurs roars, it's Gordon Ramsay shout with its roar.
I've not.
No.
I was just trying to move you off Jurassic Park before we go.
I'd rather talk about the Bushwhackers.
But it wasn't. It was the new ones. It was the
Jurassic World.
Yeah, the Chris Pratt ones.
Yeah, they're good though, aren't they?
Well, yeah, it's the Jurassic World trailer, and every time a dinosaur roars, it's Gordon Ramsay going, roar!
I like that, actually.
I wish the Bushwhackers would roar. It'd make them somewhat more interesting.
Yeah, they are rubbish, aren't they? This match was rubbish.
Why do they come out and, they literally lick children's faces?
Yeah, they actually do.
Yeah, they licked a couple
in a pandemic?
Outrageous.
And is this twice now WWF sorted out?
I don't know if this needs to be said, but I'm going to say it. And if anyone listening and wants to take this advice on, you can do. You can't go around licking children.
If you take one thing from any of our shows, this is what number 48 or something. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you can't go around licking.
Stop it,
children.
Don't do it,
especially if you don't know them.
Bobby the Brain calls Jameson a scumbag as well.
Yeah, I'd be with them. I mean, I can't really remember this match. I'm pretty sure I was falling asleep.
Oh, this match is literally, honestly, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
These are my notes. So I've got the Beverly Brothers are Bone Blake, they're with the Genius. Bushwhackers are Butch and Luke with Jameson. The Beverly Brothers win after an axe handle. Awful.
The Beverly Brothers. I heard a lot about them, but I've never seen them before. But the Fair Brewers is the best one. Beard yourself.
Beard yourself, Beverly.
No one remembers the ice cream for the night.
No, just ice cream.
Come on.
I thought he was going to do some sort of Beverly Knight thing.
I just don't remember his Beard Beverly.
No.
Beard ice cream.
Yeah, come on.
I know that. I've heard of it, but I didn't.
Well, that was rubbish when I died, didn't it? That's great. I thought it was great, that.
It's still not as bad as this match. Jameson is the most insufferable thing ever.
No, it's actually from Beverly.
100. Beverly, that's what it says, isn't it?
Iconic. He's back. He's back in business.
There we go.
The boys are back in town. Why?
You could take your Mr. Moo, Peters, and you could show up your ass.
Why?
Just to preface why it's that.
Why does Jameson as well get slapped and then ask, "Is his cheek bleeding?"
I don't. Peters, I don't know what on earth this thing was. I tried to block.
No, it was like
minutes from my life.
It was like a sitcom actor that they just hired to play a character.
Oh my god, it was awful.
A bit like David Krumholtz off of Santa Claus.
Yeah, Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard.
Shelton
Drew McIntyre is down on.
Shelton Benjamin's mummy.
Yeah,
she was an actress.
What do we think Big Dave gave this?
Oh, Zeus.
Dud. It's too long for a dud.
No, I reckon he gave it 3 stars. I reckon he's just gone mad. He's just done something absolutely mental because he's Dave. He does what he wants. 3 stars.
Ross.
1 star.
Minus 1.5.
So
in this pay-per-view,
I thought this was better than the Tower of Doom.
I never watched the Tower of Doom than this.
So in this pay-per-view, we've seen 3 matches.
Pans?
32 minutes of that have been 2 tag team matches. But it's only going to get better because we've got. I don't think there's anything in between this.
There's another tag match next.
Yeah, we've got another tag match following this.
Yeah, long ass.
We've got me and Gene interviewing the Legion of Doom then, and surprise, it's just people shouting nonsense.
I also would like to pick up just that last match. How the hell does a match end with a bloody axe handle smash? Oh my god!
Well, we've had a match end with a sleeper. So.
How bad was that? Yeah, that's true. How bad was that bushwhacker? How slow was he getting in the ring when he's trying to break the pin up?
They're awful.
Which I think it was. The one that had the Steve McDonald Widow Peak as an haircut. Like, let's move on. Crap.
Yeah, another match which is awful as well. The Natural Disasters versus the Legion of Doom. This one's for the tag titles. The Legion of Doom are the champions.
Did you not like the promo before?
No, it was just nonsense being shouted.
I thought it was quite intense.
It's intense, Ross. Come on, what a rush.
Come on, Ross.
What a rush. Just, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these promos.
I'm convinced that Ross is like in between this and the last episode has got a job at What Culture because he's just hating out on everything.
Are you secretly in disguise?
We found that he's an MC drinker. This was crap as well, wasn't it? Natural Disasters, that's Typhoon and Earthquake. They're with Jimmy Hart. Maybe it was this match with Jimmy Hart. I tried to get front on top.
No, it wasn't because I've written notes after that. So it was definitely a match.
Do you know what I hear about the Legion of Doom?
They don't wear the spikes in the matches. No, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
It would be cool weapons, wouldn't it?
Shoulder.
To do the doomsday device with them things on.
Do one shoulder tackle, you'll be done.
Well, even when they sit on top of the shoulders for the doomsday device, you're definitely going to get the corner all tickled with one of them, aren't you?
They don't get back off. They're just like, they put him on a shoulder for the doomsday device. And then when he goes to knock him off, the other guy just falls as well because he'll be stuck on him.
Well, he just snapped like a Mortal Kombat fatality. His spine just snaps it out.
Half
his body's still on the shoulders.
I hit my foot on a spike. And then just won't have to get rid of
Why is Lord Alfred is stood on a spike?
But like, you've seen Hot Fuzz?
Yes.
Where he falls on the model village and then it goes right through his chin. And then he walks, everyone thinks he's dead, but then he's like going to the hospital, he's got this big spike through his chin. Yeah, well, that was the thing, wasn't it? Bond. Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton it was.
Yeah. But no, what I hear about the Legion of Doom is they just I don't know how they got big because they're so shit. They just don't sell for anyone.
I don't mind them.
Working hard in the gym.
It's working hard in the gym.
I don't mind them.
No, I think they got big for that reason.
I know, but
they didn't sell for anyone. They kicked everyone's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like,
same reason Goldberg got big. Same way Ryback got big.
What a rush.
Goldberg, I can get because someone's the company's telling them to do it. Legion of Doom were territory, so they're obviously going round. At some point, they just decided, no, we're not losing. I'm not going to
go into business for yourself.
Why didn't everyone do that then?
They had a lot of title success as well, didn't they?
If you can decide your own gimmick and you can decide what's going on, my gimmick could cause be, I'm not going to lose any matches. I'm not going to get hurt.
If you're right good, they won't book you, would they?
I think they're absolute massive hype jobs. I've not seen a good Legion of Doom match.
I don't mind the
at
Legion
all.
of Doom.
Yeah, it depends what you're looking for us.
Yeah, I don't mind the Legion of Doom.
Some substance.
Sometimes they go on bikes. What a rush.
I'm looking for some substance. That's what I'm hiding right. They did them 2000s better than these.
You're looking for substance. I'm looking for a rush, and I got a rush.
Did you get a rush from this match? You got a rush from this match?
I got a rush from their entrance.
Which looked like it was being wrestled in treacle. It was that slow.
Saying you won't pay big bucks for a treacle match?
Not with bloody John Center in it.
Would you, do you know
Professional sumo John Center?
Do you know John Center was 28 in this match?
Christ, his paper must have been uphill, wasn't it?
Well, he had a long life because he was in the sumo thing, isn't he? What they called dojos.
This was also
Still dojo for sumo.
This was also before the Shockmaster, wasn't it?
Yeah, which
I actually don't mind that blasters either. I think
it's fell on his ass. I love that one. We used to do that at some point. Whatever that is.
We'll do it. This was just rubbish.
I did you said that the Road Warriors didn't sell. Earthquake tried to slam. Animal tried to slam Earthquake, and Animal couldn't do it. He collapsed.
Yeah, I know, but
good storytelling.
Do you know what we needed more in this match? Someone trying to do a shoulder block and then just looking at each other after it didn't work.
Yeah, they should have won with fakes.
But once you've done it 18 times, maybe decide, the shoulder block, if it ain't working, I'll do something else.
That's all they've got, Russ. That's all they've got.
The finish was a little bit weird, though.
How are you going to do it?
The count out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Babyface has been jerks at the end.
Yeah, to beat him up.
I think
you've lost the match. You kept your titles, tuck your tail between your legs, and walk off. Say, we'll get them another day. Oh no, we'll just get the ready when
it was done though, wasn't it, to protect both teams? I think because I think Vince like both of these teams. They're very much in the Vince mantra, aren't they? Of big lads.
Yeah.
John Cena was insanely popular, wasn't he? He had his He had a fan club, didn't he? Called the Tentacle.
He didn't Pokemon.
Yeah.
That was Tentacruel.
I thought
Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Were they Pokemon? They were in the original 151, weren't they? They were.
Yeah. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Yeah, they were the jellyfish.
They were the jellyfish ones.
Don't remember those guys.
You can only catch him in the sea.
Average.
Yeah, a lot of stings, poisons.
Yeah.
They never made it into. They never made it into the final six.
No.
It was all right though. They were annoying though. You know, when you're trying to cross the sea, they were a bit like
they just appear.
They're a bit like
Magikarp.
Yeah, no, the Zubat of the sea. I would call it. You know, when you're just trying to get somewhere, I don't want to fight this.
And the Caterpie.
Yeah, you're just like, sick him. No, do you know Caterpie didn't mind Caterpies. It attacked you. Metapod. He hated Metapod. It just went hard. And you had to spend ages just knocking one off.
Then you could hilariously just use, when you caught one, rename it Dick, and then you just use Dick Use Hardened.
There you go.
Piers.
An insight into why Piers is like he is now.
I was like 6 when I was playing Pokemon. That did not enter my head. Yeah, you've played it recently, haven't you, Peters?
Oh yeah.
I have been trying to buy a Game Boy Advance SP just to check.
Why don't you just play Pokemon Go? It's back. Everyone's playing it.
It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. I'm walking around.
It's better. I guess the exercise.
No, not for me.
You're wrong. It's better than this match.
Well, anything's better than this match.
Big Dave gave this 1.5.
Well, you guys said it was 3 stars better than the last match, wasn't it?
You know what's annoying as well? So the Natural Disasters win by count out. And then the get interviewed by the always excellent Sean Mooney. He's probably just been wetting someone's towels.
Yeah.
And then the idiots, they learn the rules. Where's Hulk Hogan saying, wait a minute, what are the rules, brother? Because you've won the match. Everyone knows that your titles don't change by count out.
Monsoon made that point very clear, didn't he? Will you stop?
Yeah, I love Monsoon. I think Monsoon is great in this, in Brain. But yeah,
I don't know why they do this.
Well, they did it. I was thinking, have the titles just changed hands? And then obviously, they realised they haven't.
It's like not a new thing. It's like when Luger, when they had all the fireworks and all the streamers and that. Oh no, actually, mate, the rules are still in place that have always been in place.
Yeah, I mean, he won by DQ, but he still won the Nation's Hearts, didn't
he? Will you stop?
And then these guys, oh yeah, we've won by count out, but I'm pretty sure you know that you don't win the titles by count out.
Will you stop?
I wish this pay-per-view would stop.
It will do after the next match.
Well, we've got a lot to get through before
we have got a lot to get through before.
Talk about loads of people not making any sense, because that's all promos are in this area. Got Mean Gene interviewing Roddy Piper. That was just bollocks.
It was better than his last one. I'll say that much.
Yeah, slightly.
It wasn't as offensive about it. Yeah.
Sean Mooney then interviews Shawn Michaels, recaps the split of the Rockers.
No, it happened a week before, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't
realize it was that early. I'd have said like 94.
I knew it was early, but I didn't realize it was like the week before this.
Yeah. When did Shawn Michaels win the Rumble? Was that 94?
95 and 96.
95.
Yeah, it's 95, 96. Yeah.
I assumed. I thought, I would have been with you, and then that was later on.
When you think about it,
yeah,
that barbershop window thing seems quite revolutionary for its time.
Well, violent for its time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, quite. Because you wouldn't have really had that in wrestling, would you? Like,
Matt and Jeanette got brought out of the pay-per-view. It was online.
Yeah, it was big stars getting brought out for like minor reasons on it, which was they used to do that back in the day, didn't they? Which is weird because like they only had 4 pay-per-views a year, so you think they'd about everyone.
I don't know when Sean started like pulling punches behind the screen as well, because obviously him and Matt had quite a big falling out at one point.
Well, he was at the Survivor Series 92. He was in the main event, right? So probably about this point. Okay, and Matt today. What happened to him?
He's now like a name, isn't he? Where if you split up in a tag team, one of you is going to be Matt and Jeanette.
Yeah, he also clearly killed a guy on Facebook.
Yeah, he's
a
fella in it. He's
he went all
troubled soul.
Someone needs to investigate that.
Yeah. No, he did investigate, didn't he? But he was like, "No, I was kidding."
I was kidding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said this is like the truth.
So the police were like, "You got a lot of lesson." He said he was kidding.
Classic Simpsons reference. So did I, Lou. It was your argument.
You got a lot of lesson, Lou.
If someone's going that fast, they've clearly got somewhere to be.
Speaking of the Simpsons and Chief Wiggum, do you remember Fridge milkshakes, the chocolate fudge brownie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Took him off, haven't they?
It's been offered like years. It's like
I know, but I'm still upset by it.
A good 10 years.
I'm still upset by it.
It's a good 10 years. They had the Homer Simpson like donut flavor as well in it.
Yeah.
I want to get a chocolate fudge milkshake with Chief Wiggum on the front with a text bubble saying "suspiciously fudgy."
Yeah, they don't last long those, do they?
No,
you get on your meal deal and it's like 2 gulps and it's gone.
Yeah, it's because it's just delicious, isn't it?
It's just so good.
I did that with a full carton of toffee flavored milk from Prices. Liter? Didn't know. Was it a liter or a pint? I don't know what it was.
But Fridge is a milkshake, ain't just milk, is it? Or else it's different.
Yeah, it's true.
You feel that fake goodness.
Yeah, no, it's up there with the best. I haven't had one in a while, and somehow I want to go back to it. Then they started doing the cool black ones, didn't they, with different flavors. There was a honeycomb one, and there was
in my local Tesco in the meal deal section, they've only got the fudge on there. So
that's a bit of a wild card for a milk because you don't.
Well, you get Yazoo in the other ones, yes, if you.
I know, but I wouldn't have a milkshake.
Oh, you wouldn't have it for the meal deal, no.
No, at all.
No, only if you had like a spare drink going around somewhere else.
Yeah, because milkshake doesn't quench your thirst, does it?
But, you gotta get your money's worth if you get the Innocence movies there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
They are the nicest movies.
Because if you get it, basically, it's like buying an Innocence movie and getting a sandwich and crisp for free.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah, did you know that 2 portions?
I once saved on a meal deal more than what I actually paid for the meal deal.
That is
good meal deal in that.
This guy has been to Boots.
And if someone was going to say to me, one of the Wrestling Around hosts have saved more money on the meal deal than actually paid for the meal deal, I probably would have said Terry Peters.
I'm a big meal deal advocate.
I see you like to save money, but I feel like you'd go for flavour and quality rather than spending the money.
Speaking of saving,
depends. You don't go for Walker's Crisp on a meal deal because it's cheap.
No, you don't.
You can't go to Seabrooks now. How?
I always go for McCoy's.
Yeah. Oh, Walker's Double Crunch now these days. That's my Christmas choice.
Speaking of saving, we should save some time on these bloody promos before this Royal Rumble.
He's good at the old transitions in the old YouTube celebrity peers. We've got Alfred Hayes. He's back. He's interviewing Ric Flair. And he announces he's going to be at number 3, which is annoying.
Yeah, so I think these were Coliseum video exclusive to this. So I think if you're watching the pay-per-view, you want to see this.
Right.
Yeah, I think they used to have it like on. I had Unforgiven 2000 on video, and they had like some little backstage bits afterwards, and it was like a home exclusive. So I'm wondering if this is what this was back in the day, maybe.
Yeah, potentially. Apparently, Ric Flair. The brain said Ric Flair should go in at number 1 and win it. Vince changed it to number 3, so it looked like it was his idea.
Yeah, I wonder why I didn't go for just straight up number 1. But 3 is quite good anyway, isn't it?
I don't mind 3. 3's fine.
Also, speaking of Heenan, back onto the whole Shawn Michaels thing, his reaction to that happening was great. When he was like, there's no good around each other. And he turns and he goes, I knew we should have done that. Like, you didn't need him. Like, straight away.
I think I'd not heard any from the Brain Heenan commentating until we started this podcast, but I think he's my favourite colour commentator of all time.
Oh, he is incredible. Like, I think Jesse Ventura runs him close, I think, on the really early, like 80s, the late 80s ones.
Well, we'll get to them at some point, but I ain't heard a lot of them.
But yeah, I think probably the Brain's incredible.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania season.
Probably one of my favourites.
A couple of months will be WrestleMania season. We'll do the early ones. We'll do them all. We'll not do a battle royal at the Albert Hall.
Oh, that comes up for us.
That does come up.
It's a big talking point in these promos.
In the next one, we've got loads of individual wrestling promos to save you time going through them all. It's just everyone shouting nonsensical stuff. Apart from Sid Vicious, who doesn't open his teeth.
There's far. Well, I wonder if he opened that time we saw him at Hull City.
It's true.
There's far too much of this going on.
It was. I mean, it was time filling, wasn't it?
How does the Repo Man qualify for?
Two eliminations.
I did get to the point where I was like, "Fucking hell, is this going to be like? Is all?
Yeah, I actually thought all 30 were going to do
one.
I think they have done that in the past, haven't they? Where they've done all the people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done it like SmackDown like last year, where they were all doing like selfie promos.
That's weird.
They probably put them on that Vimeo or whatever it's called.
I've got a few issues with some of them, Ross.
Go on then.
So obviously the Bulldog referenced his famous win. I'm pretty sure he said in his home.
He said in his hometown of London.
But then he's speaking with like an obviously broad Manchester accent. And then later on he gets announced he's from Leeds.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of when Daphne's brothers come into Frasier.
Yeah.
And they've all got different regional accents because no one has a clue.
Well, I think that's the thing.
You think Lord Alfred Hayes should be there going, hello. Just to let you know that the Bulldog has a northern accent. And we're billing him from London. Like, but no, he doesn't, does he?
That's the thing with Americans.
Watch it go by.
I think Americans think, Britain's so small. Everywhere's like a minute drive from London.
Yeah.
London, baby.
Everyone, we've said this. We met an American guy in the queue of a big show, and he asked us if we just knew 2 people because he just thinks all the English people know each other. No.
Just like, do you know, Lord Alfred Hayes are really nice, dead net.
It's just 2 names. It's like, do you know like Bill and Laura? No,
he actually said that.
No, just 2 first names.
Yeah, I was like, do you know Hank? And it's like, yes, Hank.
Oh, Hank.
Yeah,
Hank, and we love you.
But get your free kettle, Hank. But yeah, it's a bit weird, wasn't it?
No,
Undertaker just promised to just fucking murder everyone. It's like, yeah, we've set up like actual hearses for him. So ridiculous investment, like because it's paid like for 29 hearses and coffins, and I imagine like the entire funeral possessions. And I don't recall Undertaker actually killing anyone in this, so he's wasted his money, really.
He's probably made them, though. Do you not remember that that promo that we've watched previously when he makes coffins for
Kamala? Yeah, it's his hobby. And to be fair,
he threatens a lot, and he's not killed a single person.
He hasn't on screen, but as we know, the Undertaker prefers it where it's like real violent in the back and people have guns and stuff.
He does, though, yeah.
So
it's not as soft.
It's not as soft because we're all real hard and going. As you know, I just imagine him as he sat there putting on his mascara and his eyeliner, looking at all the people saying, people are going to be killed off these days.
Yeah. We discussed this, haven't we, on the podcast?
Yeah,
I don't think I like the Undertaker.
If you finish with your eyeliner, take really weird.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Undertaker and Snoop Dogg t-shirt.
Yeah. He's just... Old wrestler isn't in touch anymore. Can't give it up.
No, I think he was just because Joe Rogan's not a massive wrestling fan. I think Undertaker was just trying to be cool, bless him. I think that's
probably. Probably. It's just, it's not a thing. Oh yeah, why would you? They don't get this. People like the old business.
Back when men were men.
Back when men were men.
No, we might be doing it like 40 years time. We might be pretending we were in the water too, and just like. Praying for the good old days.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, they don't have a water back on, so they've just got to pretend that they were all that hard as nails. Putting on his eyeliner. This is the Royal Rumble in for the WWF title. It's for the title.
The last one of 2021.
Yeah, and the Royal. I thought you meant. No. It was just a weird thing to add in there, Peter.
The The last Royal Rumble of 2021.
Yeah, I think I might be getting a bit of Royal Rumble fatigue.
Yeah.
Four was
It was-
intense. Well, actually,
Four
it's
was-
five. It's five, isn't it? Because there was two on.
Because there was two on
Yeah.
the
Sure, yeah.
Royal Rumble season, baby. It's finished with this. This was for the WWF title. It was stripped from Hogan because of controversial finishes with Undertaker.
So very 2016. Is that when we went 32?
Yeah, that was just because Vince didn't like Roman, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That Roman didn't get stripped, or did he? Roman had the title.
But very much vibes of that. Of basically, you win the Rumble, you champ.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's the fifth Royal Rumble that's ever happened, and they're already sort of running out of ideas. Well, not running out of ideas, but
Well,
you know what I mean?
It was the first time they really give it stakes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
before it was just like,
It was just
there's a
an
Royal Rumble.
exhibition
So.
match.
Yeah, because Hogan. Hogan didn't. Hogan must have won the ones before this. Hogan won it as champion, didn't he?
Hogan won the two before this, yeah. Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the first one.
Big John Studd.
And then, this one. Yeah.
Then Yokozuna was 93, I think.
Big
Right?
Yoke.
Yeah, because the year after it became the tradition of your main event WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then you main event WrestleMania, and then Hogan just gets a match now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not watched that documentary, but yeah, apparently Hogan's like, yeah, in retrospect, brother, that wasn't the best idea, brother.
No, it probably wasn't. So this is the Royal Rumble then. So number 1 and 2, we get the British Bulldog hot off his win in his hometown of England.
I'm pretty sure it says Leeds at this point.
Well,
So it's just-
He
it's
says
just
he's from
England's-
Leeds, doesn't he?
he's Europe, British Bulldog from
confusing.
Europe.
He is from Lancashire. I googled it.
He's Manchester, isn't he?
Yeah, Lancashire way, anyway.
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase is number 2. Ric Flair's obviously number
Do
3.
you think both their sons together would be in a tag team?
Did they tag together? DiBiase?
I thought they were no, Legacy was Cody Rhodes, wasn't it?
No, everyone was desperate for David Boy Jr. to get in it, but he never
Yeah,
did.
that was it. So I'm getting missed.
He was in the new Heart Foundation, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think everyone thought he was going to be Legacy, but obviously they didn't need him. And they got Manu.
And then he's
We
also
were
got-
special on Manu. When's Manu's birthday? the best Manu matches.
That's gonna be short,
He got kicked out, did he?
Yeah.
Don't forget him.
For sure, the TNA episode.
He lasted longer than Sid Snooker, though.
Deuce.
Yeah,
yeah.
Deuce, yeah.
Well, he became a cameraman, didn't he? He found employment elsewhere. So
Yeah, he quickly got sacked from that.
really killing the Undertaker.
A strong opening too, I think.
Yeah, DiBiase wasn't in for long, was he?
Well, as we discussed last week, it's like the most star-studded Royal Rumble they could have ever done. They've ever done, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of dross in this, though, as well.
I enjoyed this Royal Rumble.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I
Is the
enjoyed this
only.
Rumble.
This is why 92 was a classic because this Royal Rumble, nothing else.
Yeah,
Well, that's the entire point of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, though.
Yeah, that
that's
is-
why you get Bob Holly fighting for titles and
We
stuff. Like,
discussed this, yeah.
yeah.
So British Bulldog was number 1. His son also has form of Rumbles. Do you remember the World of Sport Rumble where
Oh no!
he turned up about 20 minutes after everybody else, then didn't win.
Didn't eliminate anyone.
Got kicked out.
It's people try and work out why Well the Sport didn't last.
Oh god!
It's just shit like that.
Imagine I'm still gutted that it got cancelled when we was going to go.
Yeah, I'm good at the live show that got cancelled, but like, I had to start watching the actual show because it just wasn't. Well, it wasn't.
I watched it to the. I didn't watch the last one, but I think Rampage lost the title to Grado probably.
Yeah.
Was it Sizer?
No, it wasn't.
Justin
Yeah,
Sizer?
that's the thing. They built up Grado as the big babyface all the way through it. I'm pretty Justin Sizen, wasn't it?
Oh, Justin Size.
And yet, like he's still not replied to my celeb VM.
Really Justin Sizer. Yeah, just ridiculous. Claiming he's turned down. Was he slagged off WWE because they didn't pick him?
Yeah, he posted that picture of
He posted that.
him as the background.
But yeah, they watermarked himself.
His spear through the ropes is good though. Just
Yeah.
credit where credit's due.
And he's got a pretty sick 450 splash. It's not his finish yet.
Yeah,
It's some sort of weird, flippy crossbody.
yeah. He does look like he should be going to WWE a bit.
Yeah,
He isn't.
he doesn't know. He probably will end up there if he does. Jerry Saggs, he's at number 4.
with Jimmy Mouth at the South.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Mouth.
Jimmy Mouth.
Jimmy Mouth and Jerry Saggs. And then you get Haku. Mike
Not the first time we've seen him this Rumble season, is it? Because he's in 2001, which you can catch in the archives as well.
Yeah, big hack. He's
No, big hack was Sandman.
Yeah, sorry. No, that was just hack. Big was he?
And then you can catch Big Shaq on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels, Tito Santana, the Barbarian. The Texas Tornado. I was reading about the Von Erichs family. That is such a sad. I never realised it was that bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Did anyone hear the brain call? Not Texas Tornado. Who did you say for the
Barbarian, Tito Santana, Shawn Michaels.
Tito Santana?
I know what he's going to say.
Called him a flying jalapeno. Yeah.
Outrageous.
Called him a flying...
He was like slightly
he looked like a bull Ole guy, didn't he? A bull...
A Matador.
That's the one.
It was his nickname, not El Matador.
A bull man.
Guy.
Wasn't his nickname like El Matador or something?
No, you're thinking of Primo Epica.
Yeah.
Lost Matadors.
Lost Matador.
The little fellow there.
Yeah, but he looked like
El
one of them,
Torito.
didn't he?
El Torito.
Yeah.
The Texas Tornado as well. I can't remember. He's got one leg or one foot that he kept secret.
Yeah, he just wore big boots, though.
Where he didn't even he would shower in his boots to keep it that secret. It didn't come out until after his death. I would not have known at all.
No.
I think I did know because I'm sure it's on a podcast I listened to. But if you just watched it, you had no idea.
Surely someone questioned why he was showering his boots there.
I think he must have told a few people, but he obviously can't pay for that.
Yeah.
He didn't want fans to know at all.
Yeah, because it would have been his gimmick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You can see why you would hide it because it would have to be your gimmick at that point. You won't get as far. Well, you might get far, but you'd be saddled with that.
Yeah.
It's like Joseph Connors, who's like it's half an ear, like he just never got mentioned in this, and as soon as he was in WWE,
it was just
all
Foley's
about
got
half
like
an ear, wasn't it?
half an ear, no teeth, no nothing. I get it though. They should just because there's an absolute wild man, wouldn't they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who else have we got? The Repo Man. He has a good rumble. He gets two eliminations.
He's always crouching when he runs.
Yeah.
Well, he got a sneak and he's
Did we find it weird there was no entrance themes as well in this rumble?
Yeah.
Apparently it did come in like the midnighters.
It was off-putting.
Yeah. Very
strange. It was me.
I swear the counter wasn't the same every time. Some people seem to come in really quick and some people seem to take an age.
I'm pretty sure Bruce Pritchard says the early ones didn't count. They just sent people out when they thought it was ready.
Yeah,
they still do.
Surprise me.
So someone actually on the internet posted like for this year, like the differences between the entrances. I think like the shortest one was like just over a minute, and the longest one was over 3 minutes. So it's still very similar. Obviously, I got a rough idea, but they need to wait for a spot to happen before they send the next person out.
Yeah, people get eliminated and stuff, clear the ring and that. Isn't
it?
Yeah. Big Boss Man's in there. Hercules is in there. It was weird, wasn't it? The ring kept filling up, then emptying, and filling up, then emptying. Yeah. You get Roddy Piper, Jake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes out for the second time.
After being in the first match.
was Hacksaw and Jim Duggan in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got a big pop. It was hard to work out. It was hard to work out as well what number people were because they didn't have name banner or anything on what number was up next.
I imagine it was very confusing for the crowd.
Yeah, I thought it was quite difficult to work out who was where,
who was what number. Yeah. But imagine the crowd; they just see a man run to the ring.
Yeah, well, that's true. And like you say, if you sat in the cheap seats,
we get Erwin R. Shyster, Jimmy Snuka.
Big boo for IRS. Big boo.
Yeah. Undertaker's there. Randy Savage.
How quick was he coming out?
He's not very good. He's not very good at rumbles, is he?
He's not very good at running either. I mean,
no
pace on that, was there?
So this is 92.
And then that was it.
This is 92. Randy Savage. He's obviously in a feud with Jake Roberts. Gets rid of him. Oh, well done, Savage. You got rid of him. Jumps out the ring. Literally jumps over the ropes. No need for it. And then I think Taker realizes what he's done and then tries to throw him back in.
Yeah,
because I wasn't expecting people to be outside of the ring, fighting outside of the ring at this point in time.
Yeah.
I would have just expected it all to be in the ring, and then that would have come later on.
I think they only just started putting feuds into the Rumble as well.
Right,
that's all working stories through. But yeah, Savage eliminates himself in 92, and then obviously comes back in and gets eliminated again. You'd think then somebody says, Savage, mate, you eliminate yourself. Learn the rules, pal. This is why we read them out at the start of every Rumble. And he's like, oh, yeah, I will do, brother. 93, he goes for a pin.
Yeah.
And he loses it through the pin, doesn't he?
So, come on, Savage. Is Randy Savage the worst at Royal Rumbles?
He's not had a good time, has he? Bless him.
If anybody needs Hogan to say, wait a minute, what are the rules, brother? So we slag off Hogan for that, but he's obviously friends with Savage. Right. This is previous to this has already happened to when he goes to the match. So Hogan probably thinks, I don't want to do a Savage here and get it wrong. That's why he asks for the rules, brother.
Yeah, no, he needs to just clarify it, which obviously Hogan's good at doing.
It was just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it's not just this match, though, is it? Like, the back to the classic Tower of Doom. If he gets to pin him, doesn't he?
He has to jump out.
He's Randy Savage. This is going to get clipped to annoy the internet. As I say, Randy Savage is the worst wrestler of all time. Not because he's bad at wrestling. He just doesn't understand any of the rules.
He's not a bad wrestler.
He's a terrible wrestler.
Considering his brother is the genius as well. He finally got the hand.
Well, maybe he got all the British.
Rumour has it Randy Savage was actually Jameson.
Yeah, probably. Randy Savage, I don't know what else he's trying to do. There's probably other things about trying to win.
We've just not discovered them yet. We've just not discovered them.
Just doesn't understand.
And he doesn't know how to wear a ref top either, does he, when he was that special guest ref?
It's true. I'm surprised. It's again, right? He would not have been the first choice as a ref now, because I understand Savage don't care for the rules. Don't put him in charge. Who else have we got? We've got the Berserker, Virgil, Colonel Mustafa, Iron Sheik. True fact, I once had a Wii next to him.
Very good, yeah.
In Texas. It is one of the most surreal moments of my life.
I'm going to put...
I don't know why, but when he said Wii, I thought of Nintendo Wii first. So I was just like, imagine you in the Iron Sheik playing tennis.
An
Wii.
Actual peep.
Yeah.
Why did he walk out like a bushwhacker?
He's mad as a box of frogs, isn't he?
He's a jabroni, isn't he?
But no, they had the WrestleMania all that went down there. That was
I think so.
Wasn't it? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, but true story. I went to toilet in I can't remember what hotel was it.
No, we were watching Ring of Honor, weren't we?
It was in a hotel, though.
Yeah,
because there was WrestleCon.
Marriott Hotel in
WrestleCon was there as well.
Dallas, Texas.
The queue on our floor was too big, so I went downstairs and had a wee between Tommy Dreamer and Iron Sheik.
Good wee partners.
Surreal. I didn't want to say out. I wanted to say, "Oh, yeah, how are you doing?"
Got some selfies out. Got some selfies in.
It's weird when you're in the men's toilets.
Can I shake your willy for you?
Somebody did ask. Dreamer has not that. I mean, I don't know why anybody would ask that. Somebody did ask Dreamer for a photo, and he's got a selfie of him in the toilet, but Dreamer did not look happy about it. So after that,
that's because you meant to go to WrestleCon thing and pay for him.
Yeah, that is true.
Because Brutus Beefcake properly kicked off about people taking pictures of him from afar. Because Brutus Beefcake is a fucking knob.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I don't really like the idea of WrestleCon. Because it's just like...
You pay to get in. And then
it's like, what do you pay for? Like, what's the etiquette? Like, if you just see a wrestler, can you say hi to him, or do you have to pay for that?
I think it probably depends. Just go see Virgil, because you know you're always going to go to see Virgil.
Yeah, right. Who's got a lonely line, Virgil or David Otunga?
David Otunga.
It's been David Otunga didn't get broadcast all over the.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Who else have we got in this then? We've got Rick Martel, Hogan, he comes in. Skinner. You know why I said there's dross in this?
Yeah.
Skinner. He just came out and he said, Skinner. Like, who?
He's going to skin you alive. He skinned alligators. That was his thing.
Oh.
He looked fine. Yeah.
Anyway, why are all these postmen and milkmen and alligator skinners? Why are they all fighting? What's going on?
Just doing the wrestles on the side, aren't they?
A side hustle of wrestling. The repo man, why is he reaping stuff?
Bobby the Brain actually said this is he don't get work anywhere else, like on his days off or something like that. So there you go.
There we go.
Came down and thought, have a go at this Royal Rumble, like.
They are all independent contracts, exactly. So I guess they
can all have second jobs just as fine.
No, they can't. But you can have a second job. You just got to give out all your money to WWE.
You can't do it on Twitch.
Yeah. Let's just have a union.
That's why Travis T had to retire on it, because his Twitch stream was that successful.
Yeah, they've got their own sort of thing now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Where they do games on the network.
Yeah, with Ronda Rousey randomly.
Oh, God. Get out the business.
No, she's coming back.
No.
She's on her way
Get
back.
out. Get out.
On her way back.
Oh, I know what's a good idea. We're in a massive feud with Becky Lynch. Let's go on Twitter and say, actually, I'm just pretending that you're dickhead.
Did it get heated? Did you want to see Ronda Rousey lose even more?
I want to see if Ronda Rousey get out of
Part of
business.
the
I
internet.
did enjoy though.
Got heat.
You know, she was saying it was fake. I think it was like a week later, Charlotte absolutely destroyed her with a kick to the head.
That is a classic moment.
It was a bit like
Boo.
it was.
Dominic Mysterio's caning, wasn't it?
It was the equivalent of Stevie Richards absolutely annihilated JBL with that chair after he beat up Blue Meanie.
Yeah.
So someone tell Undertaker it's still real. We get Sergeant Slaughter, Sid Justice, and the Warlord comes in at 30.
Warlord is a big looking dude.
He
reminds me of Ryback.
He didn't do anything, did he? He came in, went out.
He did anything. I'm just saying he's a big looking dude and reminds me of Ryback.
He reminded me that who was the fella from the Tower of Doom, Total Solution or something?
It was called the Ultimate Solution because they had to change his name, didn't they? Because obviously it was
sounds like a bleach product.
Very offensive. He was originally called the Final Solution, and then someone pointed out that's a fucking stupid idea for a wrestler's name.
Yeah.
So he got changed to the Ultimate Solution, which still wasn't that much better. But yeah.
No, that's what Warlord reminded me of. Maybe the same guy, I don't know.
Was it the same guy?
I don't think so. They're both rubbish.
Let's do the Googles.
Both involved in yeah, they didn't do what. I mean, a lot of people came in and didn't do anything.
So I thought they weren't many people in the ring at once in this match.
There was a lot of people in the ring at one point.
But I did the Googling. Average number of wrestlers in the ring?
10?
7.
5.6.
I win.
Which puts it 17th out of 30.
Yeah, there we go.
It doesn't include this year's, obviously.
We'll go to the end then. Sid Justice comes in. He's getting rid of loads of people. He's like he's a face at this point, isn't he? And then he eliminates Hulk Hogan. Fair enough, right? There's no teams. Every man for himself. Hogan's even said it's all man for himself. You've got to beat 29 guys. You'll throw him over the rope. You've got to win. Sid Justice beats Hogan. Hogan is outraged at this. How dare you eliminate me?
What a dick Hogan is.
He's such a dick.
It's just a dick move, isn't it?
So
this is the end of Hulkamania, isn't it? This is where people started getting bored of him.
So he basically...
And you can kind of tell why, because he's just annoying.
So he gets eliminated, doesn't like it, and then tries to pull Sid over from outside the ring.
Yeah.
And then Ric Flair then helps Hogan tip Sid Justice over to win.
Well, Flair's getting him, and then Hogan grabs him even more.
Yeah, which is bollocks because Hogan's just a complete fucking knob.
Hogan's just a dick. Hogan, you've lost. You're just a dick.
And then he would be like, "Brother, I'm pulling a contract clause, brother."
It's like World War III, wasn't it? Oh, God.
Hulk Hogan impression finished off 2 meters. Have some water. Put the fish head on. There we go.
Oh, no.
Soothing the up throat there. You all right? You calm down. You finished, please.
Oh, that really hurt. And then Ric Flair wins, and Hogan again detracts from Ric Flair.
Yeah, you didn't know Ric Flair won until you get the interviews at the end, which I'm guessing was probably another home video exclusive.
No, that's quite a famous promo, though, isn't it? That the team.
Oh, is that actually
to my eye?
We'll get to that in a minute after this.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even known Ric Flair won because Hogan and Sid Justice are squaring up.
So
I mean, Sid's done nothing wrong.
Hogan is once again making it about himself.
Yeah, Sid turns heel after this as well.
He cannot. He cannot have the spotlight away from him for more than a second.
No.
The more I watch Hogan, the more I get annoyed at him. The more I think you're just a fucking knob.
Can I just say, I brought this up about the Road Warriors, and you both praised them.
Yeah, but
no, it's a gimmick. We were praising the gimmick cross. The gimmick got over. Hogan still got over because of this.
Hogan,
at this point, people started getting bored of Hogan, didn't they?
Say the two selfish wrestlers.
The WrestleMania at the end of this was meant to be his last one, but then he came back for WrestleMania 9. We all know what happened there.
Well, he deserved the match, though, because Bret lost his title. Yeah. Hogan deserved the match.
It ends in it because they end up main eventing WrestleMania, don't they? Hogan said. Interesting about Sid. He only had 2 WrestleMania matches, and they were both the main event.
Yeah. Was it? It was Randy Savage, Ric Flair. Was that on the undercard?
That was on the undercard. That was the title match. Yeah.
So it has been. Everyone was saying, "Oh, you weren't doing this because of Roman and stuff later on," but obviously Hogan did it as well.
Yeah, just the big stars got top, don't they?
But you should have done. You should have done with Rock and
Hogan was the one way it really should have happened. Yeah. I like the idea of the title going last because you want your title match to be your biggest match, really. But now it's all about big stars, and for the past, kind of, it might not happen as much. I mean, now it's 2 nights. It should just be both Royal Rumble winners headline each night.
Yeah, main event each one. Yeah, no, completely. But men or women?
No, both, because you got 2 nights, haven't you?
Oh,
So
yeah. I was thinking
there's
of the
one
title
night,
matches, yeah.
No, the actual Rumble winners.
The actual Rumble winners.
Yeah.
So Hogan's a dick.
And
There's no way of saying it.
No, it's just ridiculous, isn't he?
He is.
What's his argument? You eliminated me, all right, and I'm not happy about it.
No, because he did it I think, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here because it's just what I do on Bob. I think he was annoyed that he did it from it was almost like a sneak attack. It wasn't like they wrestled and he threw him out.
So that's not allowed, but when you're out of the match and you yank somebody over the top, that's allowed.
Well, it's justice for Sid Justice, isn't it? Frankly, is what it
different
is.
rules, brother. My last 6 words of this review of this Royal Rumble match is Hogan acts like such a dick.
That's the only way to do it. Good. You want to defend yourself? I know you're listening. Come on, tell us why you did it.
But let me tell you something, brother.
But I'll tell you what.
The goddamn no-good rascal Sid threw me over the top rope, and I wasn't looking, brother. So I had to pull him out. Ric Flair was a champion dude.
What I also enjoyed about this was Brain.
I can't argue with that, Hogan.
What I also enjoyed was Brain asking for a drink of water. A lot.
Yeah, I love how he kept wanting to go to the ringside. He's like, "No, you'll stay right here."
I love the Brain. I did love the Brain. We didn't mention it when Ric Flair came out with number 3, the Brain, and how we sold it. He was so upset because he picked Flair to win. Love the Brain. Love the Brain. Just better than any other call, especially the ones now. Brian Saxon going, yeah.
All right.
That is everything Brian Saxon is. I don't call it Brian Saxon.
Who's the best colour commentator these days in the
Samoa Joe?
Yeah.
King.
Samoa Joe.
King, really.
Wade Barrett.
I like Wade Barrett. And I don't mind Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, Bethany's all right.
But Samoa Joe, just because ninjas are really ruining your night.
Ninjas are really ruining your night.
Yeah, I still think it should be wrestling again. But
it should be. You don't know, do you?
No, we don't know what's going on, do we?
I'll tell you what.
With JBL and come out of retirement.
I was looking at the timestamp of this and thinking, how on earth is there 7 minutes of this pay-per-view left when he wins? When all this politics goes on. And then we get the infamous promo, don't we?
So we get a Flair promo.
Famous promo.
With Mean Gene and Jack Tunney. Is it Tunney?
Yeah, president of the Royal Wrestling Federation.
I really can't. My writing's so bad here because I was falling asleep.
Brain's there as well.
I was laid on the side, falling asleep, trying to write in the bottom corner of the page.
All you need to listen to is "With a tear in my eye."
Brain's
and
there,
that's
Mr.
That's all the
Perfect's
line
there.
that you need.
Good promo. One of the better promos of the night.
It's a really famous promo, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
With a tear in his eye. It's weird that Mr. Perfect's one in the Rumble. I can only assume he was injured.
I don't think he was. I think he was just almost like Ric Flair's manager / protege. Wasn't he? They ended up. Ric Flair's last match was against him for like a lose town match. I think
it seems a shame not to have had him in it.
It's sort of Flair's hype man, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it goes on for like a full year. But I think the long term story would have been until Flair left. Was that he was going to turn him eventually, but then they kind of rushed it on like the first or second episode of Raw. It was really like early on, like 94, I think.
And Mr. Perfect being like, "With a tear in my eye."
Yeah,
but good promo.
It was really strange, wasn't it? Like you've got to think like Flair was still around in like 92, and he didn't play him on a SummerSlam.
We've also not picked up on Mean Gene in this. Put that cigarette out.
Are you a fan of Mean Gene in this one? Because I know, like, you really got annoyed by Mean Gene the other week.
And then he looks at the guy as well as if to get that thing put out. Doesn't he? It's like
I
don't know who's lit a cigarette up.
It's not that I don't like Mean Gene. I just wonder why he's never been slapped.
He got strangled by Andre, didn't he?
They've got respect for him, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got respect for him. Well, apart from anytime somebody's ever said anything to Mean Gene is Randy Savage saying, "Your mustache is crooked."
Yeah, and then Randy Savage was fined $100,000, and he was just told never to do that again, and no one ever did. You don't fuck with Gene. Yes.
Give a little respect to Gene.
That's what you do. Give respect.
I'm pleased you went for it twice, Piers.
Just in case the neighborhood dogs didn't work out the first time.
All the dogs are.
Do it again.
Right then, top threes of the Royal Rumble. Who got the most eliminations?
Richard Flair.
Who?
Ric Flair.
Rich.
No,
No, he didn't. No,
he got 5, did he?
he got 5. He did get 5, but he's not number 1.
I did this every week. I sound so confident.
Is it going to be Hogan?
There it was,
Rhodes?
Hogan is 3rd. He got 4.
Warlord.
No, he didn't get any.
British Bulldog?
No, he got 3.
Go on then.
Come on, Sid Justice got 6.
Ah,
Really?
really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Right, fair
I don't know if
Does Hogan's count for Sid?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's the stats I was using. I'm not sure.
We'll give it to Richard.
Who was in there the longest
That's got to be Rick.
It's Flair, isn't it?
for an hour? Who was second?
Record ever appearance, wasn't it, in the Rumble?
Second.
Second longest.
Big
It'll be
Brit-
Warlord, isn't it? The Warlord.
The big Bulldog was in there for a while, wasn't
I think he was 4th.
he? Hogan?
No,
Kane.
he's already been on the show previously.
Kid.
Yeah. It's got to be Kane. He was on the undercard.
Piper is in it for.
Piper, 34 minutes.
Oh.
And who do you think was number 3?
Piper was the only person on the undercard as well, wasn't he, in the Rumble match?
Yes, he's the last minute replacement on the undercard one, I think. That's why he was in.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
The third longest.
I don't think you'll get it. He's got famous sons.
Rikishi.
Rikishi.
No, it's not Big Keish.
Who's got famous sons? He's not Rikishi.
IRS.
Texas Tornado.
IRS.
Yeah,
He was in there for
Race,
27
hadn't he?
Well,
minutes.
he's got one famous son.
Oh yeah, I loved it when someone grabbed him by his tie.
Is still famous.
That's the one I was on about.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, the other one, Bray Wyatt. You don't see him anymore. He's been set on fire.
He's still
Bo
famous.
Dallas has been gone longer. He's not been on TV for a year.
Just
Bray-
because
Bray
somebody
Wyatt
died.
was- Oh, the great joke's gone. You both ruined it.
Well, no, but it wasn't a joke. Just because somebody's not there doesn't mean that they don't exist.
It does.
Do you know what, Peter? You ruined it yourself when it came out your mouth. Think them through. Think them
Yeah,
through.
well,
Peter.
you know, I'm glad that happened to you after my ice cream joke fell horrendously flat. I'm glad it happened to you. Ross, do you want to tell a joke that we'll just shit on? Just so we can write it out.
all my jokes all come through.
Right.
Who was in the shortest then?
Warlord?
Warlord. Go Warlord.
No, he's not in it.
Skinner?
fucking hell.
No, Skinner was a good 2
What's
minutes.
the time?
56 seconds.
Oh my god.
Let's go on at the geeks at the start, innit?
I think they came in the middle.
God.
No, it's not one of
No
the geeks at the start.
bushwhackers in this, was there?
Haku.
No, it was. I don't think you get it. It's Hercules. He was 56 seconds.
I mean, he's just so nothing, whoever that is.
A minute 3, Nikolai Volkov.
Oh, you want to
is
remember that
again.
one?
And
So,
third, a minute 6, Nasty Boy Jerry Sags.
Do we Brian Knobs on there, was it? Was it just
No, just the Sags.
see, Mouth of the South needed Jimmy Mouth needed a bit more mouthing off to him, didn't he?
And as always, because it's Rumble season, I've got some more Rumble facts.
Bloody
And
hell.
these are getting harder to find.
Well, you'll be glad you've got a year to plan the rest. So.
Shit.
So, right, what do we think had more winners? Spots 1 to 10, spots 11 to 20, or spots 21 to 30?
It's got to be 21 to 30, hasn't it?
I think 11 to 20.
Yeah, well, you are right. 21 to 30 has 23 winners, but that's including
But
number 38 and 41 from the 40 man and the 50 man.
Yeah.
Ted Peters, you couldn't be more wrong. 11 to 20
Yeah.
is the least amount of winners. That's
I think
7.
like, Nakamura was the first one for ages to win it in that middle
A
ground.
lot of
It was
them.
just-
What's
A lot of them have been recently. They had 7 winners,
Yeah.
and 1 to 10, there has been 10 winners. Who is the only person to win from the same spot twice?
one from the same
Yeah.
spot twice.
So they come into the same spots. Yeah, one person's done it.
well,
They've obviously only ever won 2.
Stone
Because
Cold.
no,
Randy Orton,
Time to play
No.
the game.
no.
John
Mr.
Cena.
Hulk
No.
Hogan.
John Cena's only won 1, I think.
There's one too.
Yeah,
One,
he's won 2.
Yeah.
Hulk
It's not
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. No. They're no longer
Edge.
wrestling. No. No, he's 1 and 29, Edge.
Yeah, completely different.
I'm naming people that have just won 2.
Lou, you should get this.
Friend of the
DDP.
show, Terry Hogan.
DDP.
Let's say Hogan.
Go on,
Yeah,
give us
we've done a special on him.
Batista.
Coach. Oh, Batista.
Batista.
Was it?
Batista has won from number 28 twice.
Ah,
Yeah,
I forgot he'd won it twice, to be honest.
Right, this one. So 2 years in a row, a Royal Rumble was won from the same spot.
90.
Points for the spot and points for the years.
Oh, that was
Number two.
fancy. It was Undertaker and John Cena, wasn't
Yeah, what were the years?
2007, 2008.
it? Yeah.
Yes,
So-
number
yeah,
30.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Not what I was thinking of Vince McMahon.
You was miles away, Peters. You could not have done any worse on the Royal Rumble. And that's my Royal Rumble facts because it's so hard to find.
Well, I've got some more Rumble facts for us.
Oh, well, go on then.
Right. So you know that I said that like there was 5.6 people in the ring average.
Yeah.
Right. What year do you think had the most people in average at once?
Most people in at once, 2001.
No, it's like 2010, isn't it?
It's 2009.
15 in it.
8.7.
They have 15 in it at once. I think that's the most ever.
But this is like the average number of, and then like the least people in it are like on average throughout the match.
2020.
2006.
2002. 2.8 people are in there at once. That was.
I was thinking the Rey Mysterio one. Was that 2006?
Yeah.
Amazing stats, but 15 is the most ever.
What website? What website are you on?
I'm on cageSideSeats.com.
No, that's not the one I was using. It's not the one I was using because there was similar stats on the one I was using. I thought they'd be too hard to guess.
I've just realised as well.
They were, obviously.
Big Dave gave the Royal Rumble match 3 3/4.
I thought it was a decent Royal Rumble match. I mean, I didn't care for a lot of people.
I think that's good for a Royal Rumble match for Dave.
Yeah.
No, it looks fair.
I can see why that was thingy. It's spoiled by Hogan.
Yeah, he's
At least, you know, I think like nowadays, if his wife was there, like Terry, don't ruin it for everyone. Terry, just come inside with you.
I'm not going to ruin it, brother.
Come on, Terry, put the fish head on.
Yeah, come on.
It's like when he goes back to
Terry,
SmackDown now, isn't it?
Terry,
Like,
you're embarrassing me. Just come inside. Like it's Rick's moment. It's not yours.
It's like the kid. It's like the game. You've seen that South Park where it's Kyle's birthday. It's Stan's birthday, and he's opening his presents. Every time he opens one, so Cat don't kick off, his mum gets him a present as well. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I got a Nintendo Wii for Stan's birthday. That is Hogan, isn't it?
Yeah, Hogan was on SmackDown last night. Very
Yeah, he
randomly.
was.
Yeah, it was. It's backstage, still like talking to him. Wonder why.
Yeah,
But yeah, Hogan is the child who gets a present on his brother's birthday.
Yeah.
Spoiled. It shouldn't happen. Wait for your own birthday.
in the words of
happening
Adam
out-
Cheaty, fucking Terry.
What do we think of the full show then? What would we give it out of 10, Terry Peters?
4.
4?
The Rumble match was fine.
6.5?
No.
I reckon it was a 6.5 show.
I think it was 6.5, sure.
That's 6.5
Go
on the
on,
man.
do it,
Go
do
on,
the thing, do it.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
4.
Oh, he's gone for 4.
And the first match was fine, but the rest of it was just dross. And Hogan's a dick.
Stick. You could say that in any pay-per-view from this. 96 is a very big dick, isn't it? To be fair to him, in 96, he had a traumatic event happen. The worst thing that ever happened to a human. He got his mustache shaved off.
That's his mistake.
Oh,
And he lost the monster truck match. Was that the same year?
Yeah.
That was. He had the
was-
mustache. That's why he lost the monster truck match because he had the mustache shaved off.
Yeah,
No,
he accidentally killed a guy.
he lost the monster truck. Did he lose the monster truck match?
No, he won it, but then he killed Big Show by accident, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
So he's just a dick. So he won it, and then he won the match. That's fair enough. Hogan, you get the plaudits. Although that's not enough. I'm gonna throw a guy off a roof.
Yeah. And Liz still went out for the match.
And Hogan
Even though he knew his
"Oh,
opponent.
no."
He'd seen his opponent fall off the roof at the hands of him. But he still, because the callous bastard he is, went to the ring to get his count-out victory. Like,
That's a special. We're doing the Vince McMahon one later on. We're gonna do who's the bigger dick, John Cena or Hulk Hogan?
Hogan's got a few. I reckon it's Hogan.
I reckon Hogan edges it.
Oh, that Cena's got a few things. I know when he just beat Rey Mysterio for no reason,
Yeah, that's if you're him.
and acted like he didn't want to do it. You know what I mean?
And the whole Nexus thing.
Yeah, Rey yeah. So we're going to see who's the bigger dick.
A
We'll
dick
do that
match.
at some point. But it's not going to be next week because next week we're colliding two worlds. We're colliding WCW and WWF.
Doing Invasion.
We're not doing Invasion. Not yet. That would be. I don't know when that is.
That's
March?
a June time. It's June.
June because it goes to Survivor Series, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Terry Peters Terry Peters obviously loves WWF Attitude Era. It's fair to say, isn't it, Terry Peters? Lou, you love all things WCW.
I do.
So what we're doing? We're doing No Way Out 2002, where the No Way Out come on WWE or WWF.
I'm more worried because this again is my pick.
I've watched it. I don't think it holds up. I have seen it recently. It's the one where Vince McMahon wants to inject some poison.
I picked it for one thing in particular.
Have you ever seen it?
Once many years ago, and like I said, I picked it literally for the return of the NWO brother.
Yeah, I think I've seen that part. That's it.
The return.
But it's clever, isn't it? Because it's like NWO, and it's No Way Out, which is like,
Is it the first No Way Out?
No.
Do you know what I used to like about that era pay-per-views? I'm going to mention it. At the end of every one, Jay always used to slip it in. So he wouldn't say, "We'll see you at No Way Out." He'll say, "And for somebody."
Right.
God. He'll say, so as Unforgiven or something, he'd say, and they'll be all Unforgiven or something like that. He would always slip the title on the next pay-per-view.
God, I wish he was commentating on Great Balls of Fire.
Not with King, though, Christ. Talk about a dog in heat.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're going back to WCW. We're doing Wrestle War 1991. Lou, this is your pick.
Yeah. I think we're going to hate it because it's like early 90s stuff, and we always hate early 90s stuff. But War Games!
It's a year before this, so we'll see.
Oh, God.
And it's WCW, so that production value was lower in general.
WCW, so you guys, the listeners, will love it because you go nuts for WCW.
It's War Games, isn't it? Like, is there such a thing as a bad War Games?
Well,
yeah,
find
it's
out.
2000. War Games 2000 is terrible. But that's in 2 weeks. And next week, No Way Out 2002, a week after Wrestle War. Rumble season's finished. Did we enjoy Rumble season? Are we burnt out? We feel like we've gone through a Royal Rumble.
I feel like I've been rumbled, you know what I mean? Like, I think I've been rumbled out, but it was good, wasn't it?
I feel like I've been at number 30 every time and just got chucked out.
What was your favourite Rumble of the 5 we've seen?
01.
An actual Rumble match, the whole thing. 01.
Well, the whole pay-per-view?
No, just a match.
Just a match.
I'm going to go men's 2021.
I was going to say that. I did enjoy the men's 2021.
You know what? I enjoyed the men's 2021.
I enjoyed the women's 2021 as well. Actually.
I enjoyed
it's good.
2021. Hang on, we're talking about last year's, aren't we? Because we didn't see last year's.
2021's this year.
21 this year.
Yeah, but you just said the 2020 match.
I didn't. I said 2021.
I think we both said 2021.
He said 2020.
Well, I meant 2021.
You're wrong. Yeah, 2021 was good. 2020 was good as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Leave me alone.
It's been long, yeah.
Who's had 3 hours sleep? Me or you, Peters?
Go home. You're off the team.
God. Right, Tip Peters, do your fragrant self-promoting.
Fragrant?
Did I say fragrant?
He did.
I don't know what word I meant.
Flagrant? Believe you us.
What? Vagrant.
Flagrant.
No,
vagrant means he's pretty homeless, doesn't it? Come on.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Look up. Fragrant, I smell quite good.
Flagrant. Fragrant.
Right.
Flagrant.
Well,
fragrant and flagrant.
You can find me on Twitter at Bell Nation, at Tez Fish Pod, which I never tweet off because I'm.
But that was included on the Wrestling Around account the other day.
Yes, it gets mentioned frequently.
So it's the same picture.
You can find me on YouTube at Bell Nation as well. We're on the push for 200 subscribers and twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Ooh, 200. Have you hit the 150 milestone?
152.
Does he not watch?
I don't know.
152.
He's always asking you questions, isn't he, that an avid viewer would.
Exactly.
I don't get a chance.
We're at the 152 mark.
There's always chance if you want chance for us.
I can't fit it into my busy days because I've got to watch shit like this. Lou, where can we find you?
You can find me at Lou Mackham on all the social medias. Well, I say all of them, Twitter and Instagram, really.
You can find me on Twitter at DRossM. You can find us all on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestle Around, WRS Around. We're on Facebook, Wrestling Around. We're on YouTube's as Wrestling Around. We're also on the hunt for 200 subscribers on YouTube. So
yeah, we're sort of on Instagram. Like, the Instagram's there.
The Instagram, it tells you when the show's coming out.
The YouTube's there as well.
No, you think the Instagram does that.
The Twitter's kind of there as well.
Well, hang on, the Twitter I use a lot.
He does use the Twitter.
The the Instagram I may not have updated this year, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Facebook we're mainly on, so
We'll be right.
so we're old, I guess. Facebook's our thing, our generation. Yeah, if wrestlingaroundoutlook.com for any requests or whatever, or just find us on something. We're on all wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes and Audible, and is that it? Spotify,
Aircast. Come on, West.
Aircast, Stitcher. That's what the Americans say, it. Fans on Stitcher.
Yeah, we're probably on there.
Probably on there. Search for us, you'll find us. But thank you very much for joining me, Terry Peters.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Join us next week where we see who did WCW better, WCW or WWF. I think we all know the answer to that. But we'll be doing No Way Out 2002.
And don't forget, it's always darkest before the dawn.